Late Night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
It's a coronavirus, you mustn't go outside now. It's a coronavirus, you must stay indoors now. It's getting very dangerous to go outside the place. It's a coronavirus, you must stay indoors. It's a coronavirus, you must stay indoors. Don't listen to what other people say. They say you can go outside, but you must stay in. It's a coronavirus, the coronavirus. Stay indoors, everyone, please.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Cheers for humanity. Hip, hip, hooray. No fears or insanity. We can stop this today. If we're in solidarity, we can make this go away. Stay, stay, stay home and just let your heart play. Stay, stay, stay home and just let your heart play. Because we're all in this together. Hey, we're all in this together. Calls for desperate measures. Let's do what's right and stay inside. Stop the spread, keep up the fight. 'Cause we're all in this together.
Why does life feel
Let's hear it for humanity. We'll see another day.
Wow.
Singing from our balconies to drive the blues away. Put our minds at ease and practice what we pray. Stay, stay, stay home and just let your heart play. Stay, stay, stay home and just let your heart play. Because we're all in this together.
This shut is hell.
We're all in this together.
Please don't go.
Calls for desperate measures.
Oh, God.
Let's do what's right and stay inside. Stop the spread, keep up the fight. 'Cause we're all in this together.
You can do it right now, please.
We're all in this.
There we go. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. Just stopped. Just stopped. Just stopped, Catherine. It just
I thought we were in trouble.
And that, in so many ways, is symbolic of the situation we find ourselves in, as the threat of coronavirus shows that everything that we initially thought was stable in our society is actually very, very fragile. And the fact that the computer decided to freeze at that precise moment in time, I think, really does sum up where we are in 2020 as COVID-19 ravages the country. But it does not ravage the late night alternative. Sure, it might stop songs I'm playing on Bandcamp. It will not stop the giggles. My name is Iain Lee. Who the hell are you, lady?
Catherine Boyle, as if that's any of your business.
Catherine Boyle is an award-winning producer. She has spent 20 years sleeping her way to the middle of this industry. And
what
yet,
fun it was.
Tonight, she has spent about 15, 20 minutes trying to connect from her home studio with Amy and going, no, it's not working. It's not working. Iain, could you phone me, please? It's not working. I phone her up. Cass, just calm down. Let's not panic. Let's not panic. I can't hear the studio, Iain. They can hear me. I can't hear them. Okay. Have you plugged your headphones in? Ah. Okay, bye. That was it.
Let me give you some words of wisdom that my mother used to give me in my teenage years when I'd get a zit right in the middle of my face just before, I don't know, school disco or whatever. She would say, sometimes these things happen to give everyone else a chance. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight, everyone else has got a chance because I made a big old boo-boo because I'm just a human being. I'm just human. I'm just a person.
Kath's Big Old Boo-Boos is the name of her sex tape. 03 44 499 1000. I've got to keep my voice down because my kids are upstairs. Are you awake, kids? Yeah, they're awake. This
Hello,
is me
kids.
keeping my voice down. They're not listening. They're watching Dan Tudham's playing some rubbish on YouTube. They're watching some YouTubers shove Watsits up their bum holes, because that's what the kids like watching. 0344499 1000 is the telephone number. Let's go to Philip. Good evening, Philip.
Good evening, Ian, and good evening, Catherine. I thought about you.
Oh, it's Philip in South Norwood. Philip, hang on a second. We have to be ever so slightly careful because there's ever such a slight delay. So we have a rule here. If one of us speaks, we just power through it and we hope everybody else shuts up. It doesn't always work. But I'm glad you phoned me, Philip, because you sent us a really sad text yesterday that I didn't get the chance to read out.
Yes. But the thing was that this afternoon, I thought of you. I was watching television, you see, and I was watching the quiz show Tenable. Did you see it this afternoon?
I didn't see it this afternoon. I know I was asked to go on it once, and I turned it down, but I didn't see it this afternoon. Was I a question?
Mm-hmm. Carrie, yes. Yes.
Over.
Was I a question?
Over. Commander, yes? I say, yes.
It's a full moon tonight, guys. Yes. This is the calibre of calls you can expect. Your turn to speak now, Philip.
Right. The question this afternoon, and I thought of you the moment I heard the question, that this was the question. Name the first 10 words of 5 letters or more in the lyric of I'm a Believer by the Monkees.
Oh, my God. So give me that question.
The question is, name the first words of 5 letters or more in the lyric of I'm a Believer by the Monkees. The word believer is not included.
Okay.
I've got them in front of me, Ian, if you want to
I've got them inside of me, Philip, and I'm about to get them. You want all 10, yeah?
Yes.
Here they come. Here they come. Thought.
Yes.
Fairy tales.
Yes.
Meant.
Yes.
Someone.
Yes.
That's.
That? No.
No, that's.
That's. No.
No, well, that's got 5 letters, and that. I thought love was only true in fairy tales, meant for someone else, but not for me. Love was out to get me. That's the way it seemed.
Yes, seemed is there.
See, what you're doing there, Ian, is just saying the words.
Yeah, no, but I'm emphasising. Sorry, was it not obvious? I'm emphasising the words that have 5 letters or more. That has 5 letters or more.
There were restrictions, Ian. I've got the list in front of me.
There were restrictions.
The contestant the words are.
No, don't tell me. What? How dare you?
I do apologise.
How dare you, Philip?
Oh, well.
Come on to my show and lecture me on words of 5 letters or more, excluding believer from the Monkees song I'm a Believer. But Catherine, is that a 5-letter word?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Well, yeah.
No,
that's.
No, that is not there, Ian. I can assure you.
Hang on a minute. All right, hang on. I can assure you. Here we go. Thought.
Love is only true in
fairy tales. Meant for someone
else, but not for me. Our love was out to get me. That's the way.
That's. He says that.
Yes. So, Ian. There were restrictions, as I said, because I think apostrophes were out as well, so that would go.
Flipping heck. I was so close then, Philip, to the first time in my career calling you an F, you an Effer. That's how close I was.
Here's the words, if you would like to know what they all are.
I know them. Catherine, please tell him before I kill him.
Oh. Ian, listen, I'm not Warwick Davis. I'm a bit
we could have done with knowing the restrictions before we embarked upon this, what turns out to be folly.
This is not folly. This is very, very important, Catherine, and that's disrespectful. Right, we'll go again.
No,
I will tell you the words
you're
now.
Going after that when apostrophes are not allowed.
Well,
I'm going to shove a folly up your jacksie. Philip.
Yes.
I will tell you the words. Now I know that. Are there any other made-up ridiculous rules that I should be aware of?
I'll tell you what, Ian. I'll tell you what. I was trying to make sure I got it right. I do apologise, but I've got that, as I say, I wrote the words down so that I was able to...
Okay. Here we go. Okay. I thought fairy tales.
Yes.
Meant...
Yes.
Someone...
Yes.
Seemed...
Yes.
Disappointment...
Yes.
Haunted...
Yes.
Dreams...
Yes. One more.
Wait, I've already done 8.
No, you've given me 9.
Okay. What did I say? What dreams? Doubt.
No. Begins with a T.
Very suspicious. What's the...
Begins with a T.
If it's that, I'm actually going to come and infect you with COVID-19.
Do you know the answer, Ian? Do you want to know what it is? The answer is trace.
I'll give you that.
T-R-A-C-E.
How you doing, Philip? Because your text yesterday, you sounded a little bit lonely. Are you all right?
To be truthful, the thing was, I wasn't sure which way your show was going to go, whether you were going to go, So I thought to myself, I tell you what I've been doing, Ian, to keep myself occupied.
Masturbating furiously.
I've been on YouTube, and I've been taking day trips on YouTube.
Here we go. Where have you been, Phil?
Well, I've been from New York to Montreal. I've been down from Miami down to Key West. I've been from Los Angeles to Las Vegas by high-speed car.
Wowzers. That sounds impressive.
And honestly, do you know the one that I really enjoyed was a local one from Hastings to Ashford through Romney Marsh. It was fantastic. And don't forget, London to Brighton in 4 minutes. That's a good one.
Nice one. Philip, listen, I really felt for you yesterday when I saw your text.
Yeah.
You can call in whatever the mood, up, down, left, right. You come in. We cover all bases, my friend. Don't be lonely.
Okay,
don't be lonely. You're very welcome.
I mean, you know me. I'm not, but I just felt I didn't know which way the show was going to go.
It goes whichever way you lot want it to go, my friend. Philip, always nice to talk to you. Stay safe. Take care. 0344 499 1000. Catherine, I've just seen on the YouTube that you've kind of implied that conversation was boring. Actually, it was very, very important.
No, I just think that the premise of the question could have been set out very early at the top, and it's probably about 5 minutes longer than it needed to be. Anyway, crack on. It's fine.
This is, let's play some ads while Catherine has a long, hard think. This is Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. We are in quarantine. We are in lockdown. God damn it, COVID-19. I'm going to kick your ass. I must admit, I have been bemused, Catherine, and I've just seen David Baddiel's done a tweet about it, and it's something that it's kind of grown as the day has gone on, right? We know our Prime Minister is in intensive care. He's not on a ventilator. He has been given oxygen. He hasn't got pneumonia. But this is a very serious situation, and I genuinely wish him well. But the number of his friends and colleagues who've gone, well, I know Boris. He's a tough guy. He will beat this. It's not... it doesn't quite... Have I got this wrong? It doesn't quite work like that, does it? If I know Boris, and I do, he will beat hands down.
Yeah. It kind of takes away from the hard work and effort that the medical teams are putting into making sure that people get the very best possible treatment. Because if he could beat it hands down, he would have surely sorted it out by now. Here's the thing. If I ever get ill, please don't talk about me like that, because it's terrible.
It's not mind over matter. Right, it's not.
No,
he's a very determined man, and he got Brexit done, and now he's going to will COVID-19 out of his... You saw how he treated Juncker. You wait until the coronavirus meets him for negotiations. And look, please, I'm not making light of the situation. Genuinely, I've blocked a few people today on Twitter who were wishing all kinds of horrible things on him. I don't like the bloke. I don't like his politics. But I do not want him to die. I want him to get better. So please, I'm not making any fun of the condition. I'm just pointing out the strangeness, the weirdness, the incongruity of a lot of his colleagues, you know, doing that. If anyone can beat it, Boris can beat it. Okay, that's how illness works, is it? Okay, all right. And if he does beat it, hang on a second. If Boris has always been capable of beating it, we should be sucking off his blood, shouldn't we? And be injecting it into all of us. I wish him well. I really genuinely 100% wish him well, but I don't like this machismo and this bravado and this David Baddiel says it's all a bit get recovery done. It doesn't quite make sense.
No. I mean, if the words could do it, there have been plenty of people who would have definitely tried harder. I mean, is that what they're saying? That, you know, some people get ill and other people are made of sterner stuff? It's absolute balls. And also, it's dangerous because there are people in this country, and I've been watching quite a bit of John Oliver. He's brilliant at this stuff, right? And he flagging up these kind of generally right-wing commentators saying things like, I'm not going to let this ruin my my civil rights. I'm going to go out on the street and I'm not going to take it, and I'd rather take this on. It's like, you don't take it on, you get it, and you either get through it or you don't, right? It's not to do with any kind of force of will, because otherwise there are plenty of people who I'm sure would have got through it too. It's awful. It's awful. And, you know, it's the sort of language
really interesting.
It's lazy. It's wishful thinking, you know?
Oh God, I have to say, dear listener, if you're new to this show, Catherine and I are certainly not lazy. You won't hear any lazy journalism, or you won't hear any journalism, but you won't hear any lazy broadcasting. There was a brilliant Ofcom. I'm a big fan of Ofcom. It's not Ofcom, is it? Sorry, it's Ofgem, who monitor the radio and the TV and all of that. And if you've got a complaint about something you hear, not that you just thought it was rubbish, if you've got a complaint thinking something was rubbish on radio or TV, well, the advice from the industry is get a life, losers. But if you've heard something that you think is potentially harmful or dangerous, you complain to Ofgem. Ofgem has taken action against a community radio station after it broadcast a discussion that contained potentially harmful views on the coronavirus. Did you see this, Kath?
No, go on.
Oh, this is great. A programme on, be careful how you say this, son, Uckfield FM, featured a guest who was presented to listeners as a health professional. Their views included claims that the coronavirus outbreak was linked to the rollout of 5G technology, and they also cast doubt over reported symptoms of the virus. During the current pandemic, it's important that potentially misleading information is not broadcast. This includes inaccurate claims from whack jobs about potential causes, symptoms and treatments. So basically, this radio station got in big trouble because this guy, medical expert, in inverted commas, comes on and goes, well, of course, yes, the coronavirus is caused by the rollout of 5G. And the bullshiner went unchallenged. Complaint upheld. Beautiful. Now, can this be a turning point, please, dear God, in broadcasting, in the area of broadcasting? If people come on the radio and spout bullshine, they have to be challenged and picked up on it.
Yeah, quite right. You know, such as people who come on and start talking about sending thoughts and prayers rather than putting their faith in experts and science. That kind of vibe.
Well, no, hang on a second now. Oh, whoa, hey, now we're sailing close to the Ofgem wind because we, well, yeah, I kind of agree with you, but we have to respect people's rights to pray to an invisible imaginary God. So we have to respect their rights, but we are allowed to say, well, I'd rather take medicine.
And I'm not even taken away from that. It's for example, the person we spoke to yesterday who thought that prayer was somehow a decent replacement for treatment.
Yep.
Oh, what was that?
Yep. I don't know.
It's not. I don't take away anyone's comfort in being able to, think positively, target their thoughts, meditate, anything like that. But let's not pretend it's as powerful as medicine.
Speaking of comfort, and Jim the Dancer and Alan, we will come to you shortly, but boy, oh boy, the conversazione is flowing like all of the smoothies that I bought today, thick and slowly. But what is this about weighted blankets, Catherine? I'm reading a lot about weighted blankets, and I'm so tempted to invest. I'm so tempted. Tell me what you know. Give me the deets.
Well, I've been eyeing up weighted blankets for a few months. They are quite expensive if you want a proper one, apparently. But it's the same kind of thought behind swaddling babies, I suppose, that we like to feel secure. And if you have trouble sleeping, perhaps a weighted blanket would make you feel hugged, I guess.
Loved. Hugged, yes.
Yeah.
Do you?
I like being
strike me as the kind of person.
Yeah,
dirty. Yeah, dirty. Whoa, like being swaddled. What does swaddling mean? I've confused swaddling with a sex act, haven't I?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, no, swaddling just means tucked in. Do you remember when you used to go and stay at your grand's, for example?
Oh no, I've got it right.
And she'd put you in bed, but she'd tuck the blankets in really tight so you couldn't move. That.
Oh yes. So, have you got one yet?
No, too expensive. And also, I share a bed with someone who likes to be free. So no.
Here we go. Aren't people insane? Someone who doesn't follow me. Iain, Lee and Catherine, your observation just now of all the right-wingers that you disagree with is disgusting. What? You've clearly chosen not to see the nasty comments from the left scum wishing Boris dead. Typical lefty name calling. Are you listening? I said I'd blocked a load of people that wished horrible things to the man. What are you talking about, you absolute melt? Dear God, I'm blocking you.
Well, I hope whatever trouble that person's having today is getting better. I mean, why cry out for attention in that way when you've not listened? Apparently.
Weighted blankets are the way forward. Alan Caddick, have you got a weighted blanket?
Hiya, boss.
Okay, and answer the question?
God.
What's the question?
Jesus, wept like a baby, man. Alan Caddick,
like a baby.
Have you got a weighted blanket?
No, I haven't.
Okay, what have you called in for tonight?
I called in with some good news. I'm trying to make preparations for next year, if possible.
Okay, go on.
Because, this year I was supposed to go to Aintree, but they postponed it to next year.
Yes.
I'm planning to go for the 3 days, and I've got my tickets booked for next year.
Didn't you tell us that yesterday? I'm having such a sense of deja vu all over again.
I said I was thinking about it.
And now you've booked the tickets?
Yes.
Okay, that's great news.
And for tickets for Thursday morning, they've cost more than the tickets I paid for the Saturday.
I struggle to understand any of this, or I have no response to the words you're saying.
Well, but put it this way, the tickets for Thursday and Friday, they cost more money than the ticket I paid for the Saturday.
What do you mean? I can't believe I'm going to extend this conversation, but I could cut it off now and we'd be satisfied. But I'm going to, because I'm a nice guy. Do you mean Thursday and Friday added up together is more than Saturday?
Yes.
Well, yeah, because that's 2 days compared to 1 day.
I mean, it was $310.80 for Saturday. That's how much I've paid already.
Okay. I mean, what do you want? Do you want Cass to give you some money for it, or what?
I would like a GoFundMe page set up.
You go, Alan. You go and do that, my friend. 0344 499 1000, and I wish you the very, very best of luck. I'm getting information, Catherine. Some breaking news. Am I allowed to do this?
Well, it depends what it is.
It's from Twitter. It's breaking news, so I don't know. I don't know the veracity of this. I would suggest not then,
if it's from Twitter. And exactly.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Okay, so thanks for asking. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're the producer who didn't know that her headphones weren't plugged in.
So it's not verified. It's not verified, and it's from Twitter. So no.
Okay. So I'm doing it. This is from Tracy, and Tracy says, my son brought me a gravity blanket for Christmas. So these weighted blankets, it would appear, and we, as you say, Catherine, you're absolutely right to point this out. This is from Twitter. We do not have it verified. But Tracy is suggesting that weighted blankets are actually called gravity blankets. Breaking news there.
According to you and Tracy, I'm distancing myself.
Unbelievable. This is Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
You can watch the show if you go to youtube.com/Iain Lee. Look for the live feed. You can watch the show, and I've got a just flicking through the cameras there like a psychedelic riot. I've got a multi-camera setup, and I've got a fluorescent sign. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. I'm Iain Lee. Catherine Boyle is over there. Good evening, Katarina Boylski. Got to put, there we go.
I'm going to disconnect and reconnect because this delay is bloody awful and I can't do it.
Well, may I suggest, Catherine, you disconnect from the vodka that you drink before each show? That would be my suggestion. She's gone. She's gone. So get rid of her. Get rid of her, Amy. We get rid of her. Slowing the show down. I want to go to Jim the Dancer. Good evening, Jim.
Hello, Jim. How are you? All right?
I'm very well. Are you speaking from inside a teapot?
No, it's just a mobile phone. Does it sound funny?
Okay. It just sounds a little bit like that. But we can survive. We can survive. What you got for us, mate?
Oh, can you hear me now? All right.
Yes, I can hear you now, my friend. Hear you now. Yes.
Okay. Well, I haven't been really doing much lately with all this carry on, but I did make.
Carry on Corona.
Yeah. I'm making a full-size crow model, which I've always wanted to make. So.
Now, when you say a full-size crow, you mean a crow outfit for you to dress up in?
Yeah, that's correct. I'll get inside it. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
Okay, get inside a crow. Catherine's back.
Hello, Kath.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah. The beak opens up and the wings open up as well.
I love it. And what? But hang on. All right, hang on. Let's try and work out, Catherine, what song? Because for those who don't know, Jim the Dancer, Google him or look on YouTube. He makes videos to him dancing. That's why he's called Jim the Dancer. I don't know what the Jim bit is for. I'm guessing that came from his parents, probably short for James or Jamathan. But Catherine, he's dressing up as a crow. Yeah. What song do you reckon he's going to be dancing to?
Crow-based songs.
It's too dark for the birdie song.
Yeah. Is it something from the early 90s? With when we were all Raven.
It could be
Raven. Is it the Black Crows? Is it a song by the Black Crows?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay. So you haven't got a song chosen yet?
No, I haven't. No, but any song goes with it.
Of course, it does.
Okay. All right. Well, I look forward. And when do you think you're gonna? When do you think you're gonna have that up and ready to go?
Well, I've got the head on the Facebook page. To show off, but I'm still building it. It should take a couple of more months.
All right, hang on.
But I can post it on your fan page site if you want.
Let's have a little look at your Facebook page. My internet's going a little bit slowly. Hang on. You're a good-looking man, Jim. I miss you, mate. I can't see it, but I'll have a proper look later on. My internet's being a little bit dicky tonight.
Yeah.
Are you safe and well. Are you cleaning your hands? Are you staying indoors?
Yeah, I'm being a good little boy.
Good little boy. Otherwise, Daddy's going to smack your bottom. Stay safe, Jim. You're one of the good ones.
Okay, it's good to hear you both. Yeah, all the best.
Nice one, mate. See you later on. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Lavinia was there, but Lavinia seems to have disappeared. Say Lavinia. Do you say La Vie? Say Lavinia.
Great. Yeah.
What was going on there? 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Do you fancy a game of Wah Poker?
I don't know what that entails.
You do. We have to think of words that have wah in. And I don't know why. I wrote this down on my phone about a week ago. Wah poker. And something obviously happened, and I heard something, and it made me think, we'll play a game called Wah Poker. So I will go first. A wah-wah pedal.
Okay.
0344 499 1000 if you want to join in the wah fun here. I've got one. You're not out straight away, mate.
What's going on?
Nope. Think of a dance.
The Watusi.
There we go. I would say the Watusi, but you've gone for the Watusi. Okay. Mm-hmm. Pete Wiley and the Mighty Wah. There are actually loads.
Wasn't there a thing called the Wah Wah Wahs?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, well done. All right. We'll come back. We'll come back in a second. I want to speak to Lavinia now. Let's see what... No, it's a full moon tonight, guys. Anything is possible. Good evening, Lavinia.
Hello, my huckleberry, chuckleberry, honey bunny, hello, my honey bunny.
Told ya. I told ya. Go on, Lavinia. What nonsense would you like to spout this evening that may potentially put lives at risk?
Well, I like to talk about my potatoes.
Kath, I'm going to let you handle this one.
Well, what it is, I said to you, a week ago, when I was speaking to you, Ian, and also Catherine, it was about potatoes, yeah? And as I said, there was this song going in my head, like 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato more. Have you heard of that one, Ian?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I cannot, honestly, my honey bunny chuckle boo 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 boo, I cannot get that out of my head. Because I'm hearing all these other people falling over themselves, giving food to these people, wonderful people, which I think is absolutely wonderful. And I'm not knocking it. Even my friend phoned me up the other day and said, Lavinia, guess what? I said, what? She said, I went to the food bank and they gave me 2 weeks worth of food. I went, really? She said, yeah. I said, wonderful. But I never, ever I never spoke about my couple of potatoes, right? And one of my friends said to me, actually, why didn't you, Lavinia? Why didn't you tell them what you was offered? And I said, well, what sort of good is going to come out of that? So at the end of the day, I'm trying to look on the positive side of things. Half a loaf is better than none. I've got to try, I'm an adult, my friend's an adult, my son's an adult, and a couple, I said to the lady at your end, what's a couple? She said 2. I'm thinking it could be 3. And I just can't get that song out of my head. Are
we still talking about potatoes?
3 potato more.
Jesus knows.
We are, aren't we? Are we still talking about you only getting 2 potatoes and wondering where the rest were?
Yeah, I thought, do you know what? At the end of the day, it makes me think, Ian, a couple of months ago, and I don't want to go back into history, I want to go forward, yeah? But with all this horrendous thing going on with this Corona-19, whatever it's called, yeah?
Corona-19, yes.
A couple of months ago, we was talking about words like Mr. Uppity and Mr. Uppity and Mr. Humpty.
No, we were talking about the use of the word uppity, which has racial connotations. Yes.
Yeah, right. But can I just say one thing, Ian? Do you know what?
You certainly can, but I bet it's going to be bullshine.
No, my lovely chuckle. When you hear that and you hear this, what's going on with the coronas, it makes it look ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
No, it doesn't.
Do you know what?
You can't. No, you can't just steamroll over what I just said. No, it doesn't. It's still important. You can have different degrees of importance, and obviously, coronavirus is huge. But racial. No, hang on a second. But racially inappropriate language is still important.
Okay. Well, that I agree. But how about me with a couple of potatoes then?
Potatoes. There we go. Are you, instead of eating food, are you smoking loads of marijuana?
I wish I was. I really. Do you know what? A friend tonight said to me, Lavinia, why don't you go out and get yourself a bottle of cheap wine and just. But you know something, Ian? I actually do not take drugs. I don't drink. I'm not a Miss Innocent, that's for sure. All right, I'm not a saint.
Yeah, oh gosh.
But I.
No, you're a naughty woman.
You know where I get my pleasures from? Do you know where I get my pleasure from? Do you know where I get my...
Is it from glass bum
potatoes?
I wish, potatoes, singing, 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato more.
Thank you, Lavinia. And Amy, you know what to do there, I think. 0344 499 1000. It is a full moon tonight, guys. That's probably the most sensible call we're going to have all evening. This is Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
For a little bit of jolliness, tinged with a hint of sadness, but for a little bit of jolliness, we're going to play, and we have permission from the family this time. We didn't the first time we played it. We're going to play like a little 20-minute section of the evening that I put on with Eddie Large 3 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago, where I did like an audience, an evening with Eddie Large, and I think something like 200 people turned up, and it was, oh, look, Dredge is calling in. Get Dredge on, because he was part of the night. He was the guy that Eddie and I were bullying as he ran around collecting questions from the audience. Come on, Dredge, be quicker. And you know, Eddie Large passed away, and his family have been so kind in saying some very nice things about me. I played a tiny part in his life, but it was obviously an event that was very important to them. So we are going to play like a little 20-minute section of the evening, and we played it before. We played it ages ago. And I said to Eddie, "Oh, Eddie, do you mind if we play out the whole thing?" He said, "Oh no, I don't want anyone to hear it." And I'm thinking, "Oh God, we just played 20 minutes the night before." So I never mentioned to him that I played it out. And his son Ryan got in touch, said, "You didn't record that thing, did you?" I said, "Yeah, we did." And Kath managed to find it and clean it up and tidy it up. And he said, "Oh, this is great." And I said, "Look, I'm going to be honest. We played some of this before, and this was before your dad told me not to play any of it, and so I felt terrible, so I didn't mention that we'd already put some out." He said, "Yeah, I do not understand why..." Oh, one of the cats has done a poo. Oh my God. He said, "I don't understand why Dad never wanted that to get played out. He was a silly sausage." And anyway, so later on tonight we're going to play about 20 minutes of that. Dredge, you were at that event. You were being bullied by myself and Mr. Edward McGuinness, weren't you?
I realised that was...
Oh, can we get Dredge up? Go on, Dredge. Sorry, we missed the start of that. Go on.
No, it was an extremely memorable day, you know, and it was the first and only time I've ever been to Portishead. I don't know about you.
It was the second time I've been to Portishead, because I had to go down there and meet his wife, Patsy, who works in a hairdresser's, and hand out posters in local shops.
Yeah. You put some flyers out, didn't you? It was a really sort of one-man job, really. But the thing about that
I didn't have a clue what I was doing.
I turned up there because I thought, when I got to the nearest station, I went on the train. When I got to the nearest station, like an idiot, I thought, when I get there, I'll probably be able to get a taxi. I mean, there was nothing. I mean, I got to the train station, the nearest one to the there was nothing. So I went in this garage. I said, "Is there a taxi available?" He looked at me like I was some sort of stranger from planet Zod. And after about half an hour, came out with a card which said taxi. He said, "Oh, you might be able to get him sometime today."
I love it.
And, eventually I got a taxi there. What was interesting about Portishead, I think it's the only place that has a theatre above an Iceland.
Oh, God, it was, wasn't it? Well, it's like a sort of community hall. I mean, it's a great venue, lovely little venue. But, yeah, you're right, it was above Iceland. And I remember getting there really early with Kath. And we were kind of loitering outside with the guy that was going to lend us a PA system. And we I think we kind of snuck, we managed to break in or something, didn't we?
I think so, yeah.
What was funny about it was that you were sort of telling me a little bit about the preparations for it beforehand. And, it was going to be a Q&A, wasn't it, for the whole night? And then I think you said to me, Eddie's dropped me from the first half.
He did. He sent me a thing saying, "Do you mind if I do the first half on my own?" And I was thrilled. I was absolutely thrilled because I know he was really, really nervous about it. So it was a real sign that he was getting a little bit more confident. So it was one of the best droppings, and I've had many droppings. It was one of the best ones I'd ever had. But yeah, so the Q&A bit with the audience kind of ended up just being maybe like 20 minutes or something, half an hour. I can't remember.
It was brilliant. The Q&A was actually brilliant. I mean, one of the questions was, "Have you taken your medicine yet?" Do you remember that?
I don't remember that, no.
It was because his nurse was in the audience.
Right.
And somebody else, someone who was sort of half asleep or half drunk or something, asked, "Have you seen a ghost before?"
Oh, I remember that one.
They weren't drunk. You know what that is? It's Richard Herring's book of questions for awkward moments or whatever it is. So that was someone at the back. That was an in-joke for quite a lot of people, it turns out.
But the thing about it was he came out with an extremely serious story about it. I don't know if it's in the 20 minutes thing, but it's really fascinating. And the other thing I was going to say about it was that, did you play the clip of Davy Jones being on Little and Large?
Did I play? I can't remember what. I remember playing the bit where he was dressed up for Grease. Did I play the bit with Davy Jones? I don't remember if I did or not, to be honest. I might have done.
I didn't know if you knew that he'd been on it, but I found that on YouTube the other day. And it was...
Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel. It's on Rare Monkees, which is my YouTube channel. Why is this people phoning me up tonight just because it's a full moon? Challenging, daring to challenge me to a Monkees duel.
How many words are there in Daydream Believer? Anyway.
But, apparently they split fairy tale into 2 words, which is just ridiculous. Shame on you, Warwick Davis.
But the most memorable thing about it was that I made him laugh at the end because I brought this old comic along. I don't mean Buster Keaton. I mean this magazine. And on the back it had this comic strip of Little and Large, and he'd never seen it before, and he was cracking up at that. So that was really nice. I got a photo of it, and the atmosphere was incredible. During that night, the atmosphere was just, the audience was so supportive. It was just really, really a lovely evening.
And I'm so glad you were a part of it, Dredge. It was nice to have you there, because I know that it was, it meant a lot to you, and it was nice to have, because I was trying to do it all myself, and then to be able to farm a bit out and go, right, Dredge, can you you can run around and do the Q&A if you don't mind. And to hear the comments I've had from his son, and also kind of from his wife, but via his son, saying that it was a really important night for the family. We did that. We made that happen. We've given them a memory that they've treasured, and they've got the recording of that evening now. And I think they're gonna. He said it's a bit tricky to listen to it at the moment, a bit too painful, but we will dive into that at some point. So well done, John. We did that.
Yeah, what a great night. What a really great night. And, I did get a taxi there in the end.
Do you know have you got any wahs for Wah Poker? Because I've got a great one.
Fat Wah.
Fat Wah! Oh! Fat Wah!
Oof.
Yes!
Oof. Strong
Dredge, thank you. Controversial. Salman Rushdie, look out. 0344 499 1000. I've got one. Kath, Wagwan.
Oh, okay. What about Wah-Wah by George Harrison?
Yeah, it's named after a wah-wah pedal, which is what I said.
Oh, I thought it was the sound of the girls going, Wah!
Oh, no, actually, I read this. I will let you have Wah-Wah. Wah-Wah is about Paul McCartney telling him what to do. Wah-Wah, you're giving me a headache is the line, and it's about Paul McCartney going, wah, 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 wah. Do this. That's what that's about. All right, I'll give you that one. My turn to come up with a wah. 0344 499 1000. Good evening, Fraser.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Cass.
Hey, Fraser.
That's it. Well done. You got her name. Yes, Fraser. What can we do for you this evening?
Ian, hope you're well. Generally,
I'm on top of the world. I've been playing boule all day. Boules. I've been playing boules. The French game boule. All day. Boule.
Right, you ready? The first
ready.
thing
Just telling me about my
I'm going to do is ask you to unblock me on Twitter.
Okay, I'm not going to do that. Next.
The second thing I'm going to do is wish you...
Hover over that dump button, Amy.
Wait, no. I'm going to wish you and your family and Kath and her family all the best during this crisis. Genuinely.
That sounded creepy.
Thank you.
Okay. Could you? I'm going to wish you could speak into the phone properly, Fraser, so we could hear what you're saying. Although I'm going to be honest, most of it's nonsense. Yes.
Sorry. Is that okay?
That's okay. Yep. This is how we do a phone call. Yes.
Sorry. It's from Platinum Member 63.
Okay. You're still blocked on Twitter.
Am I getting a ding?
Nope.
No. Okay. Listen, Ian. I really want to make amends about this utter arse I've been from the last couple of calls.
It's fine. It's absolutely fine. We're all good. You're not getting unblocked, but I'm sure you're cool with that because your life is not in any way impacted by being blocked by me on Twitter.
No, it isn't. Especially now in this crisis. So I just want to say that I'm still working. I have to go to work. And my wife, the both of us are still working. She works in Asda. She has to go to work at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I have to still go to work in the factory. So the two of us are still doing our bit through this crisis, and I don't know. I just wondered if you give us a little shout out to us to what we're doing. No.
What are you doing?
I work in oil and gas, so they've found a loophole. So we have to still go to work and machine our bits, and I have to go to work. And my wife, she works.
I have nothing but respect for your wife and for the great work she is doing. The people who are working in stores and are getting minimum wage or whatever it may be, they are the frontline army in these dark days, and I have respect for your wife, and I bet you've got a room full of toilet rolls.
At the moment, she gets up at 1 o'clock in the morning now and goes to work at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, that's great. I'm respecting her. I've given her respect, and I hope that she is very happy and that she's very safe.
So, Ian, I've got one more question for you.
Jesus Christ, man! What is this, Mastermind?
Are you ready for it?
Just do it.
You ready?
I bet it'll be something facile and stupid. Do you know what? No, I'm not. Goodbye. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Flipping it, Kath. I was like pulling teeth.
Yeah. I think the main purpose of that was the first question, and then the rest was filler.
Yeah, but I also think there was a big funny old gag coming at the end. We just didn't get to. Are you ready for it? Nah, I don't think so. That's the thing. I tell you what, I'm ready for.
When they're taking the run up towards the springboard.
Yeah, I'm ready to speak to Arlene. Good evening, Arlene.
Hello, you two. It's nice to talk to you again.
Oh, I'd love to talk to you while you were sober one night, but never mind. Dreams can come true. What can we do for you, Arlene?
Yeah. But I've got an addition to your Wah edition.
Oh, Wah editions we're playing, or Wah poker.
Wah poker. I've got Herb Albert, Tijuana Brass.
Oh! I'll take that. I'll take that. That's a great one. Tijuana. We'll take that, Arlene. That goes straight
thank you very
in.
Much. And I'm also ringing up about, my Harry was a signwriter around Manchester.
Yes.
And we were called in by Ryan, Bernard Manning's son, to do some artwork in the Embassy Club.
Okay.
Which was his dad's big club in Harper Hay.
Yes.
In Manchester. And we had to do a big caricature of Bernard Manning on the back wall with loads of lights behind it. But on the side, we had to list all the acts that had appeared there, like Cilla Black, and Eddie Large was on there.
There you go, you see. And did you take the bra off for Eddie Large?
Eddie Large, and we had to pay a lot of people, and it was, just so many famous acts, and that we painted them all up as on part of the signwriting,
I've seen the will to live here. That is, Arlene, thank you so much. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Now, Ray has tweeted me saying that he's got a good wah. Ray, let's hear your wah.
Konnichiwa.
Oh, he has got a great wah. It's one of the best. Ray, was that all there was to this phone call?
Yeah, that's it, literally. Oh, and another one. Wah.
Get out of here, you weirdo. You were doing well then. 0344 499 1000. Konnichiwa. It's a tough game, Wah Poker, Catherine, but it's one that I think is worth playing.
I've got one for you.
Go on.
Wals.
I don't know what that means.
Them clippers, the ones that you've had very intimate knowledge of.
No. Not allowing that. Wals.
Come on.
Wals.
They're called wals. Yeah.
No, they're called walls.
WHAL. Wal.
They're called wall. Wall.
Wal.
Wall.
Wal.
Wall.
Wal.
Cleo.
Wah, wonder. Wah.
Thank you very much.
Wah,
goodbye.
wah.
Goodbye. You've got to be quicker on that fader, Amy. I know we're working on a slight delay. I know you're tired. I know you're not getting paid much. I know you've worked on James's show. I know you may be infected with the coronavirus. I know you've been ill. You've got to be quicker on that fader. I'll have that, though. I'll have that. Wah, wonder. Wah Poker's actually quite a good game. I'm glad. I don't know what prompted me to write it down, but I'm glad I did. Gatford, Alistair, stay there. Fraser, put your phone down, mate. You're not coming back on. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. This, dear listener, is your chance to get rid of all of those coronavirus lockdown blues, to shake it loose. Oh, I want to talk about haircuts in a bit. Lockdown haircuts. 0344 499 1000. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
Late Night Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
I remember the night the kid cut off his right arm in a bid to save a bit of power. He got 50,000 watts in a big acoustic tower. Security's so tight tonight. Oh, they're ready for a tussle. Gotta keep your backstage passes, 'cause your promoter has the muscle. And so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes. Oh, where it's going, no one knows. And so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes. Oh, where it's going, no one knows. Tall buildings at the head of all nations, worthy men from Spain and Siam. All day discussions with the Russians, but they still went ahead and vetoed the plan. Now up jumped the U.S. representative. He's the one with the side eyes, seventh net condition, flying back permission. And so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes. But where it's going, no one knows. And so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes. But where it's going, no one knows. And in the air there's aftershave lotion. In the wake of a snake-hipped Persian. On his arm is a skin-tight vision. Wonder why she ain't mine, she's his. And so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes. But where it's going, no one knows. And so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes. But where it's going, no one knows. But where it's going, no one knows. But where it's going, no one knows.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. This is the Late Night Alternative, weeknights from 10 on Talk Radio. We're kind of, I don't know, we're a stupid show. Let's go to Will. Good evening, Will.
Hello, Catherine.
Hello, Will.
Hello, Ian. I thought I'd just say hello, Catherine, first, because it's normally not the way it goes.
Oh, get your tongue out of her backside. If you love her so much, why don't you marry her? Jesus.
I have a wire for you.
Go on then. Oh, I like this. Go on.
Narwhal.
Oh, that's a good one.
No, hang on. Where's the wah?
Narwhal.
Narwhal.
No. It's narwhal. We're not playing... listen, if we were playing wall poker, mate, I'd let you have that. You'd be in like a shop.
Okay.
We're playing wah poker.
Okay, I'll play my other card. Bird's eye potato. Wah. Full.
Goodbye, Will. 0344 499 1000. Awful.
I like that guy. What did you have against him?
I like that. He was a nice guy. But his words were completely irrelevant to tonight's broadcast. Catherine.
Gosh, there are rules, it turns out.
I think the delay is on my end, and I don't know what it is. If there are any technical bods listening, there's a delay that is fine. I think we're managing with it. I can hear... Can you hear me echoing, or do you just hear my sentence ending?
I hear your sentence ending, and at the beginning, before I reconnected last time, I could hear myself like a second later. It was really long, so...
And is it faint when you heard yourself a second later?
Yeah, it was faint.
Okay, because that's what I've got with me. Every time I'm doing this, I've got that. And I wonder if it's... Gosh, this is boring. So what? We're working from home. We're saving lives. We're actually saving lives by working from home. Sure. All right, yeah, all right. I'll come into London and do the show. People will die. People will die. So, no, I'd rather stay here and work from home. But I wonder if it's because I'm routing it. Yeah, I said routing, and I'm tapping a bit of equipment. I wonder if it's because I'm routing it through a mixer. And if I wasn't routing it through, would that delay go? But then there was a delay, wasn't there, when we did it on the Yeti microphone, Catherine?
I know. It's not.
Okay, well, that's your technical input and feedback. Let's go to... I've got so much I want to talk about, but we're getting loads of calls tonight. So let's just take the calls. Let's just take the calls. Let's go to Jasmine. Good evening, Jasmine.
Good evening, Iain. You're a funny guy.
You're a funny lady, Jasmine. Let's get married. Let's run away to Rio and get married. Let's defy the ban, the lockdown. Let's get married in Rio, baby.
Well, it's a full moon officially on Wednesday, but it's huge out here. It's a huge full moon in Brighton.
Isn't it? Well, you get lots of full moons in Brighton. It's very friendly down there. Isn't it? Is it a pink moon tonight?
It is indeed, and it's also going to be a super moon. A super moon. Superman, supermoon. Maybe Superman will come and save us.
Superman and Supergirl having a supermoon off. Yes, sir.
I've got two was. And, well, I thought you were asking about songs. So I've got Watermelon Man. Yes? No?
Well, no, but that's water. It's not. That's war. Water. War.
Well,
I'm talking about war. It's very specific. I don't know why this is so complicated for the hard of thinking.
How about what's it all about, Alfie?
That's what. That's what. Okay.
Well, use your imagination.
That's what, you absolute fruitcake.
Wow, 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 wow. How about that?
Try this one. Mark is suggesting this one. Does this work?
Okay.
Nadia Sawala.
Yes.
What? Just words. That's boring.
Sorry?
I mean, you should have songs or something.
God.
You know,
No,
like
it's War Poker.
Wow. Wappen. Wappen. Sweet as a nut. Isn't that what they say in South London, my dear? Okay, I've got to say goodbye. I don't usually ring up. It must be the effect of the full moon. So, bye, guys.
Oh, Ian.
I don't want to get married to her in Rio anymore. She's insane.
From now on, I shall be speaking like that. Like Jasmine.
Sweet as a nut. That's what they say in South London. It's my favourite call of 2020 so far, dear listener. My favourite call of 2020 so far.
And we can blame it on the full moon.
Listen, it's very niche, but you've got a specialist skill. And your specialist skill is you can do impressions of all the callers we have who are called Jasmine. And that, Catherine, is something... it's a real talent. It's a real talent, my love.
Kate Robbins has cornered the market in everyone else, but she's not touching the Jasmines. Why? I thought, here's my niche.
I nearly saw Kate Robbins' niche the other night. Well, I got involved in a very raunchy conversation with her on Twitter. Did you see?
I saw, and I also saw that you started it, so don't be blaming Kate Robbins.
She started it by posting a video of her in 1979 dressed up as a sexy air hostess singing a song. All I did was ask if she still had the costume. She said, I only show it to special friends. Then she came back and said, actually thinking about it, I rented the costume from Angels, but I still have the boots.
To which you were very wound up about it.
Let's go to
and you
Paul.
wanted
Good evening, Paul.
to see it.
Hello, Ian.
Wanted to see it. Hello, Paul.
Hi, thanks for taking the call. Just as about the Wah.
Yes, sir.
The mighty Wah. Pete
That was one of the first ones we... I know, Paul. I can tell from your accent that you're from the Liverpool region. We had Pete Wiley and the Mighty Wah.
I'm sorry, I missed it. Sorry about that.
Oh, Paul.
That's okay, mate.
It's a tune.
Paul, thank you. It's a great tune. He follows me on Twitter for some reason. He followed me, then he stopped following me, and now he follows me again.
That's weird, but I love it. Thank you. I like listening to you anyway.
Nice one, mate. Nice to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed.
All the best, mate. All the best.
Thank you. Someone has. I mean, how could we have forgotten this? This should have been the theme to this.
There she was, just walking down the street singing.
There we go.
Brilliant. Can we have
that was Farrah,
the universal sound effect for losing, which is the wah,
I know
wah,
it.
Wah,
oh, okay.
Wah.
We need to listen to it. Hang on. I need to listen to it to see if it... I thought the universal sound for losing was... But that's the universal sound for getting a question wrong.
Yes.
Sad. It's called Sad Trombone, that song.
Sad trombone, yeah.
Here we go. Oh, there we go. Hang on. Yeah, we're totally having that. That's you can hear the wah. It actually says wah.
My 5-year-old nephew does that sound effect with his mouth whenever something goes wrong. If something gets knocked over, you hear this tiny noise from the corner. It's my nephew.
Oh, it's making me laugh so much, Wah Poker. I wrote it down and I kept looking at it going, we can't do that on the radio. Oh, God, yes, we can. This is exactly what we need during a global pandemic. We did, Paul, didn't we? Let's go to Ollie. Good evening, Ollie.
Oh, no. Hello, Iain and Kath. Can you hear me?
Ollie, what's going on? It sounds like we need to do that sound effect for you, and you've only just begun.
You took my wah, Kath.
Oh, what, you were going to use that one?
I was going to use that one. I got another wah, but it's terrible.
There's only one response to that, isn't there, really?
Oh, yeah.
The fact that I've pipped you to the post. Wah,
hang on. Well, I think that's going to get played quite a lot tonight. I'll just leave that fader open. Oh my God, we've got lockdown fever! We've gone insane!
Do you want my crappy wah?
Well, I mean, the way you sell it, of course we do.
Wario. Wario. Wario.
Oh, dear.
Isn't it not Wario?
It's Wario. No, because there's a Waluigi as well. Waluigi.
Yeah, not War.
He's right. No, it's Wario. He's right. I'll give it. But why are you saying it in like a farmer's accent?
Because that's how they sound.
Wario's over there.
Yeah, because that's how they already say their own name when they go Waluigi. Wario. That was a better Wario. That was a good Wario, that last one. Wario.
No, that trombone fired off by itself. Trombone fired off. Let me get. All right, Wario. Sorry, I'm trigger happy. Wario says his name. Okay, let's. So just do it. Just do it again.
Wario.
Hang on.
Oh my.
Hello.
Oh, there's something here. Wario says the N-word. No.
Oh, God.
Will not be. I know he's meant to be evil, but I didn't know he was also racist.
Oh dear.
No, Kath, don't mention his cough, because you'll then have an hour about how he's had the coronavirus, then he got better, then it came back, then it got better, and That's
what happens, isn't it?
Oh, shut up. Who cares? Boring. You're boring. You're one of the boring coronavirus victims.
No.
I want to talk to the interesting ones. Was it whose wife? Oh. So I was playing Call of Duty. What's it called? Warzone. No. I was playing Call of Duty today with a good team that Ollie wasn't part of, Catherine, with a guy called Ming Ball, right?
Yes.
And he was telling me. I liked him, but he was telling me that his wife is homeschooling their kids. That's great. That's a really noble thing. During the Easter holidays.
Right.
That's abuse.
My theory.
Yeah.
She's trying to maintain a little bit of order, and we've all got into the groove now of getting them to do Joe Wicks at 9 o'clock, and then maybe something else. We have a science lesson at 10. And then we've got so she's worried about freestyling for the next 2 weeks without being able to take them out.
9 o'clock is Why Don't You? 9:25 it's the Monkees. At 10 o'clock it's the Hair Bear Bunch. That's the only scheduling you need. You can't homeschooling kids during the holidays. That you might as well get a stick out and beat them as they climb up a chimney.
Am I still here?
Oh, yes, God, I'll go away. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. I've actually got some sad news. I've got a recording of Ollie crying. Have you heard it? It sounds like this. I also got a recording of Ollie making love. Etc. 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 Any other suggestions of what Ollie might be doing that I can play that? He's not. You're not still there, are you, Ollie?
I'm still here. I did a what happened to Wario? They promised Wario.
Can you stop making love while you're on the phone?
Shall I just go? Is this a message for me?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay.
Go. Yes.
I'll
Go.
go.
We're bullying you. We're trolling you. Goodbye. Oh, did we do the quarter past break or not?
No, we didn't.
Then let's do it now, Amy. Sorry, what did you say, Kath?
I said, let's do it.
Let's do it. This is Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Oh, Kath.
I've got one.
Lino.
I've got one. I've got a really good
one. Go on.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Lino has sent this. Donna's also gone for this. Here we go. Oh, hang on a minute. What? This is, you'll know this once I play it. Here we go. Charlie Brown's teacher, of course, giving a lesson.
I've been in that lesson.
Oh, it's making me laugh so much. Wild poker, what a load of rubbish. Good evening, James.
Evening. Got a wah.
James, go on. Let's hear your wah. Get your wahs out for the boys.
What's up?
Oh, mate.
Wahs up. Yeah, I'll have that. I'll have wahs up. Who'd have thought there were so many
Great
wahs?
show. Really enjoying it.
Hang on. Oh, hang on.
Listen to
James,
him
hang on a
high-fiving
second. Hang on. Just come back into the room. Shut the door. Sit down, James. I just... Was up. No, it's not. It's what? Was up.
Oh, dear.
Really sorry, James.
Never mind. Thanks a lot, guys.
You haven't got the job.
Feel for you, man.
Thanks a lot, Jack.
All right, bye.
Goodbye.
That was sad, wasn't it? That was really sad. He thought he clinched it.
There's a global pandemic on, and I've just told a guy he's not allowed to have was up.
I'm gutted.
The government has ordered all 63 million people living in this country to stay in their homes. A guy has phoned a national radio station to say was up, and I've said, no, you're not allowed that. That's where we're at.
And he said, fair enough. And bowed out gracefully.
He sounded all deflated. We got Brian, Alistair, Chris. Stay there. I know some of you have been waiting for ages. It's been really busy on the phones tonight. After a very quiet night last night, turns out you all want to play wild poker. I just went upstairs and my eldest was still awake. I said, all right, dude, time to put the beanos away and time to go to sleep. He said, okay, yeah, no problem. It's sounding good. He can only hear me. He's not listening to the whole show, so he can just hear me shouting. He said, what's that game you're playing? It sounds fun. And I went, it's wild poker. He said, yeah. He said, well, what's that? And I said, well, you have to think of words that have the sound wah in it. And the only one I could think of was fatwa. And I thought, well, I'm not going to explain to him what a fatwa is just before he goes to bed. That's awful. Let's go to Gatford. Good evening, Gatford.
I want to complain about Lino. He completely entered my brain, stole my wah, and I blame Lino, and I blame you, and Talk Radio, and anyone for keeping me on hold. That was mine.
Hang on a minute. On behalf of Denny Morris, who is our boss and sent out a very inspirational email today, this apology is for you.
It's not fair. I had that prepared. I could timestamp when I called. Lino is going to hear from my solicitors.
Thank you very much for your call, Gafford. 0344.
This isn't a proper job, is it, really? This isn't a job for grown-ups.
Working from home! Oh, my God!
I can see why they get annoyed with us on Twitter. I can completely see it.
I can. Oh, God, I can. Good evening, Brian.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Flipping Kath.
Hello,
First time
Brian.
for a long time listener. I've been listening since.
About time.
When Barry from Watford went on his diet, he became a vegetarian, and he was only eating sausage and chops.
Yes, I do. I do remember that. Yes, I do.
And also, it's about the time when Jimmy he came on. He sang the Okie Kokie because he had a bit of a oi 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 in it.
Yeah. The thing is, as he's got older, he's slowed down considerable. I don't think he could pull off the Okie Kokie anymore.
He took his blind date to a harvester. Do you remember that? And she lifted herself up.
I don't remember the harvester.
Anyway,
go on.
I phoned him with a wah for you.
All right, Brian. Are you sure you want to go ahead?
Oh, that's a strong one.
Do that again, Brian.
Wah, 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 wah.
Now, I want you to do me a favour. I want you to put the phone down. I want you to go and sit in the corner and have a really long, hard think about where your life is heading. Because I cannot accept the coronation. Thank you very much indeed, Brian. I know we're not allowed to use dunces caps anymore, but if you could roll a sheet of paper into a cone and write a D on there. Oh, so today we've been out in the garden a bit, and my next door neighbour, Betty, very kindly found a boule set. You know, boule, patang, boule, patang. I remember my dad brought one home years ago, a proper heavy metal one. I'm holding it as though I'm holding a lovely pair of breasts. And I showed it to the boys, and the boys were like, oh yeah, let's play that. And it's funny. It's such a simple game, and we played it for ages, and we got really, really into it. And then I'm very lucky. I've got a bit of patio, and I bought a big box of chalks a while ago for a project for a film that I was going to make, where I wanted to write some stuff on some trees to scare an idiot. So I got this big box of chalk, and I said to the boys today, oh, by the way, I've got all this chalk, which I'm not going to use. If you want to go and draw on the patio, you can do. And my eldest said, really? I didn't think you'd let us do that because it's your property. And I thought, oh, my beautiful boy, he's so well brought up. I said, mate, there is that patio out there. I am more than happy for you to draw and write anything you want. I don't want any swear words. But you can draw and write anything you want there. And I said, the joy of it is, after a couple of, heavy rains, it'll all wash away and we've got a blank canvas again and we can do it. And it's nice and it's colourful and it's a good, healthy thing to do and it's your imagination. So me and my youngest drew a couple of rainbows, and my youngest did a smiley face. And then my eldest said, can I draw around your body like you're a dead person?
Oh, okay.
And so he did, and it's brilliant. And then he said, right, I want you to get up and close your eyes because I want to do some stuff. And then I was allowed to open my eyes. And what he'd done was he'd drawn hair, he'd drawn a sad face, and he'd also written Iain Lee, the body of Iain Lee. Because sometimes when he's taking the pee out of me, he calls me Iain Lee. Hello, Iain Lee. How are you, Iain Lee? And so he just wrote the body of Iain Lee. And then I sent it to my friend Scott.
Sense of humour.
I sent it to my friend Scott, who then sent the picture back with a giant phallus on it, which I thought was taking things a little bit too far. But so that's where my lockdown has taken me. Where has yours taken you, dear listener? Let's go to Chris. Good evening, Chris.
Evening, guys. Great show. I wanted to first say thanks because I'm classed as a key worker because I'm a trucker, and you're definitely helping with the night shifts.
That makes us key workers.
I've got a wah for you.
Here we go. This is it. This is what we want, Chris. Give us your wah.
A Swahili.
Oh.
Yes.
Well. Can I say the first classy wah we've had this evening? Swahili. Look at that bit of culture. Slightly controversial, but it's well done, Chris. Thank you, sir. Wonderful stuff.
Thank you very much, guys. Keep it up. Good show.
Excellent
work.
Thank
you, Chris, and thanks for your work. Cheers, mate. There we go. He's good, wasn't he? Swahili. I love that. Swahili.
Brilliant.
What poker.
Yeah, that reminds me. I had the first good chat with my postie for quite some time today, and seemed to have dispelled a few myths.
He thinks you're a brass, doesn't he? He thinks you're a sex
worker.
worker.
I was, yeah, because I tended to answer the door in various states of undress during the afternoon when he rocked up, because he sort of turns up about midday-ish. And I think he did wonder. But we were talking about work and stuff, and, he's carrying on working. He said that for the most part, everyone's in work. There have been some people off sick, etc., and there are kind of processes for people to cover for other people. He said, but we're going to keep going, and I said, yeah, me too. It's weird, isn't it? He went, yeah, I think some of this might continue once this is over. They've realised how much work they can get out of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but he was very cheerful, and do you know what? He seemed happy to have a chat with someone, and it was nice to talk to someone who doesn't live in this house.
For a rub and tug. Yes.
Is that the going
reminds me. Woman seeking expert advice. Have you seen this story on old bottle stopper? Mortified to learn what it was.
Do you think that was real? Or do you think that was?
Yes. Jane, 61, posted a photo of an object discovered in a garden to a glass collector Facebook group, believing it was a bottle stopper or chess piece, only to be left red-faced when it was correctly identified. A churchgoer who sought help to identify what she believed to be a vintage bottle stopper was left saying there isn't enough soap after being told exactly what it was. A woman known only as Jane posted images of the unknown item to a glass collector Facebook group, asking for help after it was discovered washed up in a garden following a heavy storm.
Whoa, a glass collector.
Jane, 61. Yeah. Jane, 61, wrote, got a friend of my sister that came across a solid glass piece. Well, you would do. Since she can't figure it out, she reached out to me, and now I'm reaching out to all of you. Hoping to get an idea of what it is. Only thing coming to mind is either a bottle stopper for a decanter or possibly a chess piece. 4.5 inches tall, 1.5 diameter at fat part and 1.75 at base. No significant scratches anywhere. Does look to have reflective gold coating on it.
Oh dear.
With some quick to recognise exactly what the treasure that had been unearthed was, one broke it to Jane as gently as possible, replying, "It's a stopper, just not for a bottle."
Yeah,
Reading through some of the less cryptic replies, Jane from Indiana discovered her sister was now in the possession of a sex toy. She updated the post to say, "I'm thankful I know nothing of this world that uses products such as this, and quite frankly, I don't want to know. Well, my sister and I are both cracking up, but the fact she picked it up and handled it, I don't think there's enough soap to wash away that image." Jane and her sister have since been able to see the funny side, with the public confusion leaving them cracking up as the post gathered so much attention. The moderator had to disable comments simply to keep up. Messages included one which said, "So are we calling this ass glass?" Another seemed to poke. Jane, her sister and their friends didn't want to be identified. Very active members of the church. So basically, here we go. Jane replied, "It's very real. The three of us have clearly lived sheltered lives." Well, not everybody's seen a glass butt plug, which is what this is. And the trio had never seen one before. She added, "Now that we all know what it is, we have thoroughly washed our hands and are having a good laugh. My sister is very religious, and so is her friend, and quite frankly, none of us knew what it was. Her friend is now horrified." Outrageous scenes. Outrageous scenes, isn't it?
God, it reminds me of the time I came down the stairs as a teenager with this, what looked like a sort of trumpet mouthpiece made out of plastic, white plastic. And I put it to my lips and I was going, "What's this for? What's this for?" My dad said it was to do with his hemorrhoid treatment. Well, he said he'd not used it, but still, that's a lasting impression, isn't it?
Hang on a minute. I'm being told of another wah. It's not a song I'm particularly. Let's try this. Let's see where this takes us. Okay.
Wah wah.
There we go.
Yes.
There we go.
Wiki wiki wah wah.
There we go. Hang on.
Wah wah.
Thank you so much, Daz Burrito. I don't know why this is making me laugh so much. This is COVID has sent me this. Let's try. I don't know. Let's try this. Hang on a second. No, that's a woe. That's a woe. That's not a wah. That's not a woe.
What's
That's
that?
not a wah. That's a woe. That's a woe. That's it's a. Do you not recognise this? Oh, you. That shop's got all the hits.
All the hits.
Pat Sharp. It's Pat Sharp jingle.
Was it?
It's Pat Sharp jingle, isn't it? Yes.
Oh, I thought I said that shop. It's Pat Sharp.
That shop. That shop. 0344499 1000. All right, we've got loads of calls. Right, let's go. We're going to rattle through these. Let's go to Nick first. Good evening, Nick. What have you got for us?
Right, I think I've got a twofer for you. It might even be a trio.
Oh, so I like this cocky talk. Let's see.
Proud boast.
Well, the twofer is Suarez eating Wagyu beef. And the trio, to top it off, could be the...
Hang on, stop the clock, stop the clock, stop the clock, stop the clock. No, stop. I'll have that. He's a football man, right?
Yeah.
Yes. What's he eating?
Wagyu beef.
Ragu?
Wagyu. As in
Wagyu.
Japanese Wagyu beef.
Ragu. How are you spelling?
No,
are you spelling
Wagyu.
ragu?
It's
Wagyu beef.
Yeah, it's a very posh Japanese steak.
Wagyu.
Wagyu, Catherine. I don't think we can... I like Suarez. I like Suarez a lot, and I like saying Suarez. It's very satisfying. I don't think I can allow the beef.
Ah, that's a shame. What about the...
Let's not let it escalate into beef.
Then?
Funky Wawa. We're having that. Nick, that's on the list. Thank you. I forgot to write a list. Shit. Thank you, Nick. 0344499 1000. Let's go to Arif. Good evening, Arif.
Good evening.
Good evening, Arif. How can we help you? It's going very, very well.
Oh, good. On the war topic, have you had...
Yes.
Have you had Diddy War? Diddy?
Do what,
Sorry?
Diddy?
Diddy War, Diddy?
Diddy.
I want you to get the title... Hang on a minute. I want Arif to get the title absolutely right before we proceed with the show.
Certainly, yeah.
Go on.
What do you want to know about it? Do you want it spelled out?
I want you to say the title correctly.
Diddy War Diddy.
Try again.
He's just heard himself.
Because you're very, very close, but you're not close enough.
What in the title?
Yeah, it's not Diddy War Diddy.
Do try again.
Oh, it might be.
Do.
No. Oh, no.
Do try again.
Oh, no.
Well, when you listen back to this recording, you're going to be
earlier on, Iain. You had that one earlier on. Oh, no.
There she was, just walking down the street singing.
Are you telling me there's another song? Diddy War Diddy?
Yes, there is.
Well, if there is, I can only... Oh!
And how does it go? How does it go, Arif?
Oh, yeah. I'm Arif. I'm forgetting the mighty captain.
Yeah.
Oh.
Diddy War Diddy by Captain B for Arif. Please, sir, we bow down before you. You are absolutely correct. We can only apologise.
Yeah, and was the writer, was it Bo Dudley? I'm not too sure.
Was it Bo Diddley, wasn't it?
Bo Dudley.
Who's Bo Dudley?
Bo Dudley. He was a musician.
Don't correct him. He's
No,
probably
do you mean
right.
Bo Diddley?
Oh, Bo Dudley. It might be Bo Diddley. There's a Bo Diddley and all. Yeah.
There's not a Bo... Right, get rid of Arif, because his beeping is annoying me. Who's Bo Dudley?
There is a Bo Dudley.
No, there's not. This is Bo Dudley. This is Bo Dudley. Oh, God, we're doing all the work tonight for him.
This evening we have taken our not only but also cameras to the heart of London's West End, where...
I've got a feeling that might have a slight racial line in it, so I'm going to skip that. Let's... 0344 499 1000. Let's do Alistair before we go to the break, and then we've got the break, and then we've got Dave and Russ and Will and Steve. Yes, Alistair.
Hey, guys.
Hello, mate.
So I'm back to normal today. Good. I've got two wahs. One is a dead cert. One is a bit tenuous.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Yes, sir.
So the first one is this at the end of this song. It plays wahs delight. Close to You by the Carpenters. Wah.
Do you know what?
Close to you.
Do you know what? He might be onto something. Hang on a second, but we do. Is that what it's called? Close to You, that song. Why can't I find it?
It is.
Is that what it's called? Is the song called that?
Yeah.
I think it's
called Close to You.
Is that in brackets? Isn't there something before it or something?
Is it They Long to Be, brackets Close to You?
Yeah, that's it. I think.
I don't know whether it is.
Sorry.
There we go. Yeah, here we go. All right, so we're gonna jump to the end of this. Here we go. Let's go. Are there wahs?
Close to you.
Alistair, well played, my friend. That is a great. Can I just say?
They were partial to a
hang on a
wah,
second.
weren't they, the Carpenters?
Let me just say, with all of this nonsense that's going on, do you find yourself, Catherine first and Alistair, do you find yourself glad that some people are dead? This sounds really messed up, but there is a point to it. Some people are dead and are missing what is going on in the world. I just heard Karen Carpenter there, and I thought, I'm so glad she's not around and seeing all this COVID-19 stuff going on. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, can I tell you? So I told you this at the beginning of all this. I was glad that my grandparents aren't around now. Because this is awful. This is an awful way to go.
Yeah.
My parents. Yeah.
So, okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one that's been thinking that.
Is that a wicked
Random
thing to
people,
think?
Actually. No, not at all. I think it's a very caring thing to think. Okay, Alistair, let's have your tenuous wah.
Right. Well, yeah. I think you're going to knock me
for a
out
band.
for this one. Wah. What is it good for? Wah.
No.
Good night.
Goodbye, Alistair. From such a dizzying height to such a low. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Catherine, you've just texted me one. You've got a wah.
Oh yeah, one sheet.
One sheet. Will has given. There's some great ones on Twitter. Will says Taiwan.
Oh, nice.
And also a New York gangster.
It's the most mindless game in the world.
A New York gangster saying, "What do you want from me? What do you want from me?" And Jim says, "Tuna Niswaz."
Beautiful. Well, then I'm going to add another French one in. Can I have another French one? Is that? That's not too many, is it?
Of course you can, yeah.
Françoise Hardy.
I could only think of 5 last week, and I thought, I've got 5, that's enough. There's probably 2 or 3 more that I can't think of, but... Oh, this is making me laugh so much. We're getting paid for this. People are in lockdown and we're getting paid for this. Let's go to M. Good evening, M.
Good evening, Ian and Kath. How are you both?
Did you just slip in a wah?
I did.
I like it.
How are you? How are you? Oh, M, you're delicious. You're like a spy. You've just sent a coded message out. How are you? That's brilliant.
I've also got a song.
Oh, let's hear it for the boys.
Who are you? Do, 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 do. That's it, Ian. I've got nothing else.
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm honest. If I'm honest, Em, I don't think you had anything there. I've got to listen to the Who singing it because there is a chance that you may have just fudged it slightly to work in your favour. Hang on a second. Hang on. You've got to remember this is a slightly sweary song. Here we go. We've missed the swears. Do the Who say wah? Well, who are you? Yeah, I'll have that one. Go on. We'll let that one sneak in. Who are you? Thank you, Em. Let's go to. She's gone. Let's go to Dave. Good evening, Dave.
Good evening, you two. I've been beating at the punch with Captain Beefheart with his first single, Diddy Wah Diddy.
Diddy Wah Diddy, yeah.
But there's a bit about what the Mighty Wah. They had other names.
Yeah.
Which is
oh God! Now here's the thing: you're about to open a can of worms. We do finish at 1:00 tonight, Dave. So if you could make the list of the different names of Pete Wiley and the Mighty Wah as short as possible, we might be able to squeeze half of them in. Away you go.
Okay. First they were the Wah Heat. Then I think they were the Mighty Wah, and then there was Zembuko Say Wah. Then they were JF Wah, and I think after that they were Wah the Mongrel. I think that's a lot of the total list.
Many incarnations of Pete Wiley's band, the Mighty Wah. Yeah, I love it. I love it. How are you doing, Dave? Let's put all the bullshit to one side. Let's put all the nonsense, all the niceties. Push them aside. Let's wipe this whole table clear. The table's clear, Dave. We're not going to make love on the table unless you want to. I'm up for it.
On the table?
How the...
Not with my back.
Blood on the... I'll be on the table, you be on the floor. It don't matter. I've got a winch. I've got a hoist. How are you, David? A hoist.
Winch.
I'm great, yeah. I was out working today, and I had a tip-off from the police. Someone came back from lunch and said there was some flour for sale in M&S, so I got down there and got some.
Not just any flour.
Flour?
Flour. No, it wasn't cut with anything, yeah.
I had a great day. I booked last week. I managed at Tesco, about 18 miles away from me. Woke up really early, and I thought, I might as well go. Drove there. Only took 35 minutes. A lovely little drive. Listening to How Did This Get Played? Gaming podcast. And I've never done click and collect before, so I didn't. And basically, it's a shop within the car park of a shop. You follow the signs, and there's a little shop, and you pull up. And I stayed in my car, and a guy comes out and goes, yeah, what's your name? I said, Iain Lee. He said, okay. He disappeared. 2 minutes later, he comes out pulling like a big stacked trolley with all my shopping. He put it down outside the boot of my car. He then said, okay, when you're ready. He went indoors. I got out, put the shopping in my car, got in my car. He came out. We gave each other the thumbs up. I drove off. I've got a full shop, and I got toilet roll. I've got everything I want. Everything I want. I got food. I got drink. I got Monster Munch. Bought loads of Monster Munch. And I can wipe my butt as well if I choose to. And I've been choosing not to recently. So I'm living the dream. I got food, baby. I've got food. Did someone ask a question? Did that come from a question? I think that was someone.
No, it came from an observation. That's about your day. Yeah.
It's nice of you to share that. Thanks very much.
Here's something I wanted to talk about. And actually, do you know what? There's so many things I wanted to talk about, but we're so busy playing War Poker. And Ross and Will and Steve, I'll get to you in a minute, I promise. But here's something that we might kick around a little bit tomorrow, and it's been in my head for the last 4 or 5 days, and it's only today I've managed to crystallise it into a thought. Okay, so I'm just going to put it out there, and the fact is that if I've thought of it, others will have thought of it as well. This is what let me read you what I've written down. I am scared of things going back to normal, and I'm quite enjoying is the wrong word. And again, I have to say this because people have got cloth ears. I'm not in any way making light of the people who are ill or the people who are dying or any of the suffering. All right, I'm not in the slightest. But I quite like this lifestyle. I quite like this enforced isolation. I quite like the being forced, and of course it's something I can carry on afterwards. I like being forced to be more careful about my money and more careful about my food. You know, I'm throwing hardly any food away. I like this. It turns out I like living, I guess, in a dictatorship. Do you know what I mean, Kath?
Yeah. Can I make an observation?
Please do.
I think.
Nope.
I think you thrive on routine. I think it's healthy for you to have something that you can count on and to have quite defined parameters to your life. And I think that maybe you find it quite comforting that you're not allowed to do certain things, so they're out of the equation.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Dave? Does what I say make sense, Dave?
It does, I think that it's going to be weird going back. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen straight away either. I think it's all the distancing is still going to carry on for a long time after, it's all died down and a lot of the worst of it's died down. I just got this feeling. I've been still working, so it hasn't changed that much for me as much as it has for everyone else. But I do quite enjoy the. I obviously enjoy the quiet roads when you're driving about, but I do quite enjoy going shopping without all the sort of noise. Everyone's really quiet in shops. That's something I've noticed. But everyone seems to be quite nervous around everyone else. So when you go into shops, nobody's shouting or sort of screaming. There's just a lot of quiet, which is really odd. But it's got a really eerie feeling to it. I find, which I find quite appealing actually. The world's got a lot quieter.
It has got a lot quieter, and you're right. This strangeness is going to go on for quite a while. I think even when we're allowed out, things are going to be different for a long time before they go back to normal. I think
until there's a vaccine,
will go back to normal.
Until there's a vaccine, I think everyone will be really on edge.
Yeah, and as soon as there's a vaccine, we're all going to be doing it in the streets and just rubbing each other and touching each other. That's going to happen. But I'm scared. And this is not. I'm scared about it going back. I like this. I'm getting very comfortable with this.
Yeah, I can see how people get used to it. And maybe it's for our sanity's sake. It's good that we.
Sanity? Did you say? Sanity.
For our sanity's sake, we find something. Positive about it. Maybe it's that. Just sort of like surrender to it and try. I'm reading again for the first time in ages. I haven't had time to read for flipping ages, for years. Like not properly. I've not been able to concentrate. I'm reading. I'm spending more time with the kids than I've spent with them for years. I'm able to be here at bedtime. I've not been able to do that for at least 4 years. So this whole thing. There's plenty of downsides. I haven't seen my mother for months and. All this kind of stuff going on.
Kath, trust me. Your mum's doing fine. She sends her love. She's worn out by the time I start the show, so she can't talk to you. But don't worry.
Man, no.
She's having a great time. All right, we've got 2 more, and someone has suggested patois. That's in, fantastic. Someone has suggested this, and I need all 3 of us. We need to come to a consensus. Hang on.
Shot to the heart, and you're too late, darling. You give love a bad name.
Wrong one. Hang on.
Oh, no.
You say no already?
I don't think it is.
Okay, well, it's Dave. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I don't think it is. It's whoa, 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 isn't it?
Okay.
I think it's more wah.
No, it's the vocoder bit. Doesn't he
Oh,
go?
well then it's
whoa.
whoa.
All right. Yeah, that's a
Ooh,
whoa, whoa.
It's not wah, is it?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stuart, his name is Stuart Bumford. You're blocked. Dave, nice to talk to you, mate. Thank you very much indeed. Let's go. Oh, people have been waiting for
Might be
ages.
his real name, you know.
Well, could be.
My first boyfriend was called Dean Bottomley.
Okay. Okay. And my mum loves Cox. Brian Cox. Let's go to Will. Good evening, Will.
Hello. Hi, Cass.
Hello, Will. Is this
Cass
you
busy
again?
doing her nails or something.
Yes.
Double
just
bubble.
to pick up on a small point, I believe that is a talk box rather than a vocoder.
Oh dear.
I was listening to Frampton Comes Alive for the first time ever, which is a vocoder, right?
Don't know that one.
Okay. So I was listening to Frampton Comes Alive at the weekend, and it's a talk box. All right.
But you know that what a talk box is? It's like the tube that goes in your mouth.
Yes, I know what it is, Will. Get to the point of the call, please, caller. For God's sakes.
I have a valid suggestion for the wah. It's not particularly funny, but I think it's a sound suggestion, which is suave.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes, we're having that. Suave is one of my favourite words. Me and Mackenzie used to make jokes about someone coming from Swaziland and speaking Swahili. Yes, suave is in there, Will.
More.
Catherine?
I have one more. Ready?
You know, there's a Spanish word as well, suave, and it means smooth.
Yeah, well, suave. That's where suave comes from.
What, Spanish?
Yes, suave comes from... Shut up, Will. I'm arguing with my on-air wife. Suave comes from that word, probably. So that's not even a revelation.
Okay, okay. Back to Will and his second go that you're allowing to happen.
Jesus.
With my curry, I had a Peshwari naan.
All right, Will, go away. You're getting on my nerves now. You're getting on my nerves. You just come here to stir up trouble, mate, and that's not what this show's about. This is a kind show.
Can't believe you made us fight.
That was... I'm sorry, Kath. That was out of order. That was Will.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do think you're a dick, but that was Will.
Well, I mean, I think
right. Okay, whatever. Steve, you're up next, but maybe a little while yet. Then we've got Jerry, then we've got Tony. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you wish to give us a call. The Late Night Alternative with Iain and Kath, weeknights from 10 on Talk Radio.
Late Night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
The conductor glared from the window of the bus. To avoid any fuss, I decided to walk. Down the road I had to stop at the local record shop. They were playing music very loud. Asked the girl in the crowd, "Hey love, what's going on?" She made me feel like a leper. Haven't you heard of Sgt. Pepper? The album was released today, and she turned away to listen to the song. Thought it was good, but a little bit slow. I said, gotta go, I have to feed the cat. Got home, took off my shoes, my poor feet all red and bruised. My little toe had begun to swell. Then I heard the bell, somebody's outside. Pair of ladies at my door, with a bloke from the second floor. He has a great head of hair but wonky teeth. I think he's called Keith, but I'm not 100%. Fancy coming for a drink? I briefly paused to think. I'll see you down the pub in half an hour. Gonna jump in the shower, I need to wash my feet. Watch them walk on up the path. I thought I'd really like a bath. I turned on the taps and filled her up. Then looking up, saw a tin up on the shelf. Aromatic bathing salts. Happy Christmas, love, Nan and Walt. I tried to prise open the rusty tin, but the whole lot fell in. It was probably too much. Fancy perfume filled my nose, frankincense and rose. I wonder if I'll smell too feminine. Should I put some lemon in? There's some left in the fridge. So relaxed by the aroma, almost fell into a coma. When I opened my eyes, the bath was cold, and my hands looked old, wrinkly and pale. Stepped out onto the cat, she'd been nibbling on the mat. I gave her sardines and brushed my teeth. I thought, poor old Keith, if that's actually his name. Pulled the plug, hung up my towel. I think that was an owl. I looked at the clock, it was very late. 2:28, should try to hit the sack. Tucked up, I should be tired, but my head was feeling wired. I was wide awake but strangely calm. I set my alarm and I went into a dream.
Is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Coming up in this hour, we will play about 20 minutes or so of the night I put on with Eddie Large about 3 years ago. We'll have some of that. This is the Late Night Alternative, weeknights from 10. My name is Iain Lee. Who the hell are you, lady?
Catherine Boyle. This note.
Getting sexy in the midnight hour.
Yeah, baby.
Horny witches. Making love on a broomstick. Stirring that cauldron, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Making love on a full moon. With all them horny witches.
Yeah, and I've just had the last of my tea. Easter egg that I should have been eating.
Have you heard that before? That's the end of Sgt. Pepper.
Very silly.
Say that again.
Very silly.
Very silly.
They did get daft with that album, didn't they?
They did. I don't like some. I like it more than I did, but I'm not a massive. I like it more than I did. I like it more.
We've had a lot of Abbey Road lately, and the girls love it. Ooh. Well, they're made to love it.
Oh, Abbey Road. Why don't we do it in the Abbey Road? 0344 499 1000. My God, Jerry has got patience. Welcome, Jerry.
Oh, hi, Ian. Hi, Kath.
Hey, Jerry.
Hello, Jerry. What you got for us?
The first-time caller.
Boom.
Actually, you hit on something before because Peter Frampton had that "Show Me the Way," which was where it started. This is not the one I originally rang about, but it with wah 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 wah. But the one I called about was the Bob Marley jamming.
And the Wallers. The what?
Bob Marley.
Yes.
jamming.
Well, where's the wah in jamming?
Bucksha wah wah wah.
I'm gonna take your word on that, Jerry, because I don't know. Is it true that Bob Marley was only 5'2"?
I never measured him.
Okay.
Let me check that out.
Someone must have done. If you or your mum measured Bob Marley, 0344 499 1000. I'm going to take. I don't know anything about Bob Marley. Bob Marley.
5'7".
Apart from the. Okay, so he's tiny. So I was pretty close actually.
He's perfectly
did
good
you
height.
measure him, Kath?
I measured him with the aid of Google.
Google's. Jerry, Bob Marley goes on the list.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Anything else, my friend?
No. Actually, yeah, but Bob Marley was not killed by Danny Baker. That was that's the old. Apparently, because he had cancer. In the toe, I think, and then it went spread to the rest of his body.
Cancer.
But
So you're saying that Danny Baker killed Bob Marley? That's
yeah. It's a rumor that I think dismissed by Danny, but.
He would say that, wouldn't he? He wants to escape a murder rap. It probably would be a rap these days.
Bob Marley fact that I have. Sorry.
All right, Jerry's Bob Marley fact is that Danny Baker did not kill him. Thank you very much, Jerry. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to Steve. Good evening, Steve.
Good evening, Ian and Kath. How are you doing?
Hey, Steve.
Very, very well, Steve. It turns out that when we die eventually, may God preserve us for many decades to come, the thing we will be remembered for is war poker.
War poker, and I think I've got a couple of wars for you.
Bring it.
Hand them over.
Oh, because we've had some cocky young bucks coming in who are confident. Steve has been a little bit cautious there, Catherine. He thinks he's got a couple of wars for us.
He's got something in his pocket he's proud of. Show me.
Well, I'm on the motorway down.
Let's have it.
I'm on the motorway down to London, so I've got a lot of time on my hands at the minute.
Beautiful.
The first one, the mobile phone company, who are we?
Huawei.
But did you just hang on? Did you just call them Who Are We?
Yeah, well, it is hard to pronounce though, but I'm sure there's a war in there.
I think it's Yes, I think it's Huawei, but Who Are We is just as good. Who are we? Who are we?
Who are we?
Who are we?
Who are we?
All right, Huawei. We'll have Huawei definitely.
Huawei. The other one. Do you know when you're on holiday abroad and you have these annoying mini discos before the entertainment at night?
Yes.
Ian doesn't go on those holidays, but I'm more than familiar. Yes.
Yeah,
I've seen Benidorm, so I know what it's like.
There's always a song they always play, and it's goes something along the lines of chi-chi-wah, 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 wah, wah, something like that.
Yeah, I'm aware of that one.
Chi-chi-wah, 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 wah, wah.
Yeah.
Chi-chi. Here we go. I've just typed it in phonetically, and this has come up. Let's. Chuchua, 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 compañía, brazo extendido, chuchua, 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 chuchua.
Yeah, that's the thing.
What the hell was that?
Compañía. Braces and
You might as well just be all coronavirused up and have sneezed on me. That's the most damaging thing I've ever heard in my life. But now that's going to be with me forever.
Yeah, it does. When you do a 14-day all-inclusive holiday, you hear it every night. Yep.
I bet I'm going to be walking around the house tomorrow going chi-chi-wah, 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 wah, wah. Bloody hell, Steve. You've infiltrated us.
And what is even funnier, Ian, if you actually look at the video on YouTube, there's a dance to it as well.
Yeah. Well, he's saying put your arms out. He's saying stretch your arms out.
No, he's not, Catherine. Oh, by the way.
Instruction song.
By the way.
Yeah.
Steve, thank you. Have you got anything else, Steve? Because that is horrendous what you've done there. You've trolled us. You've trolled me and you've trolled my listeners.
No, that's all I wanted to do.
Drive safely, mate. Thank you very much indeed. 0344 499 1000. By the way, Catherine, please don't try and burn me on Twitter without knowing all of the facts. You said that I said that suave probably comes from Spanish, with the word suave, and then you posted a thing saying, "Well, no, it's hang on, please let me finish. Let me finish. I'm talking. God damn it! How dare you? How dare you troll me and then not give me the right of reply? What happened to? You're as bad as YouTube pulling that David Icke video where he was saying coronavirus was made by 5G. You're worse than that. In fact, this is free speech. God damn it! The Fifth Amendment. The Fifth Amendment.
Doesn't exist.
You said it's Latin. Latin equals Spanish.
No, that's not.
What do you say to that?
I say that you need
Whatever.
to listen
Thank
to
you. Well, thank you very much indeed. This is Talk Radio. Play the adverts, please, Amy.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Okay, I think we may have a winner. Catherine, in War Poker. Okay, Eddie Large coming up soon. I've just got to listen to it to make sure, but this may be the winner. Here we go.
Go on.
Oh, hang on, I've muted the computer because here we go. Let's just get this back to the beginning. I've not heard this song for a long time, but here we go. Nope, it's not a wah.
Wait, no, the wah 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 comes next. No. It's the next bit. Let it go.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, we've got gold! Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner in War Poker. When they inevitably make this into a television quiz, War Poker, that's your theme tune right there. Thank you. Who's that? That person needs what I believe they call a name check in the industry. That's Azalea of the South. Azalea of the South. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, Cara. Oh, we're getting some good ones now. All right, hang on a second. Hang on a minute. This will take. Just indulge me.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and
Anyone who hasn't got kids is going, where's this got a wire in it? Stay with me. The
people on the bus bounce up and down, up and down, up and down. The people on the bus bounce up.
This is Talk Radio. There's a global pandemic. I'm playing the Wiggles.
The babies on the bus go wow, 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 wow.
They're saying where doesn't count. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. I want you to call. I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. I want you to call me. I'm the Terminator. And I said in a film once, I said I'll be back, and I'm back now. It's Tony. Good evening, Tony.
Konnichiwa. I've got a what's it? A war song. I think is pretty solid. It's by Nirvana.
Okay, well, Konnichiwa's ready. So if that was your opening gambit, pretty weak.
What? It's been done already?
Yes, mate, by Ray. Raymondo got the Konnichiwa. Yes.
Yeah, but my songs are blinder. It's by Nirvana. And oh, God, now it sounds a bit carry on. It's Come As You Are.
Goodbye, Tony. Let's go to Jeff. Let's hope Jeff. I don't even think he warrants a trombone, Catherine. I would rather personally, and I think Jeff probably feels the same. I would rather personally just pretend that never happened. And if we can edit it out of the online listen again feature, let's just never speak of that call again.
Okay, I'll write a note to the boss.
I'm hoping Jeff can cleanse our palate, can orally, A-U-R, it's pronounced orally, cleanse our ears and our palates with his lovely tongue. Jeff, away you go, sir.
Yeah, I was hoping to come in with a poker hand winner, but you've played a few good ones since I've been on hold, so I was going to come in as a cocky young buck, as you said, but I don't think I'm going to now. I had a good one.
I give you permission, Jeff. If you... Oh, this is Jeff. I give you permission, Jeff. If you want to bail out like a coward, you are welcome to, and we will not think any less of you. We can't think any less of you.
Well, I'm going to say that's not the
Catherine?
Jeff I know. That's not the Jeff I know. Go on, blaze in there.
No, it's built up too much now. It's a strong hand. I'm going to put it that it's a strong hand, but then the baby's on the bus.
Jeff.
Enough preamble. Let's have it.
Jeff.
Just get it out, Jeff.
I'm all in. I'm all in. Transvision vamp, baby. I don't care. First 10 seconds.
Wow.
Okay, I like Transvision vamp. I once kissed Wendy James on the ear.
Oh, and now you're just making me jealous.
Yeah, here we go. Let's okay. Here we go.
Here it comes.
Good one. You're going to get.
That's a great opener to an album, by the way. That's a good album. That's I
don't care about the album. Is it a good hand?
Eventful evening. It's a great hand. It doesn't beat wah 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 wah.
I think it's pretty good though.
It's a
the
good hand.
Classic falling down a lift shaft wah.
I'm happy with third. After Baby's on the Bus and The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, I can take third. But that happened when I was on hold.
Oh God, no, Jeff, you're not third. No. You're in double figures, but still a bold effort, man. Wrap this up. That's why we're just trying to wrap this up, mate. We're just trying to wrap it up. That's all.
I'm upset now.
Good, as you should be. Let's go to James. Listen. There's only one winner in Wild Poker. It's me. Let's go to James. Good evening, James.
We have a different winner. That's me.
Oh, okay. Controversial.
So check out "Down with the Sickness" by Disturbed.
What? That sounds awful. Down with
111 million views on YouTube. I'm shocked, but
go
on,
James.
Kath.
Embarrassing. But Will on Twitter is just. I mean, I think he's won.
Why? Well, what's going on? I've got Down with the
Elton
Sickness.
John,
What's happening?
Crocodile Rock. There's so many wahs in that.
Well, let's see if Down with the Sickness by Disturbed. How far into this horrendous-looking song do I have to?
The first 20 seconds. There might be an F-bomb.
Oh, this
might be an
awful.
F-bomb. Now he tells us.
Goodbye, James. Goodbye. Outrageous, these scumbags. Jerry, good evening, Jerry. Jerry, can you hear us?
There's no Jerry.
Jerry, can you hear us? Can you talk to Jerry? I'll tell you why, because not only am I getting the echo from my line, as if Jerry's there.
There's no Jerry.
I'm also
getting...
I know there's no... Is he not there at all? Jerry!
No.
Here we go. Because, Catherine, you need to talk to him. Hang on a minute, Jerry, because I'm getting the echo on my line, and then I'm getting a double echo on his phone. At least if you talk to him, you'll only get the double echo.
Jerry, what's going on? Can you sing it for us, Jerry? Because I'm not getting any of this.
Nobody will. I'm pretty sure. Hang on, man. I'm making this say to you. You are on that. Hello. He's still there.
Yeah, we're still there. Is that sorted, Jerry? What were you trying to say?
Hey, that's right in the box. Like, I'm pretty real to use this pen. That's right in the box.
Oh, Jerry, my darling, I'm really sorry. I can't get any of this tonight. Starsky and Hutch, there it is. Starsky and Hutch. Ian, can you find Starsky and Hutch? Is there a wah in that?
No, there's no wah in that. It's just like a wah pedal, but it's no. You're not going to hear a wah in there. Let's have a Starsky and Hutch theme. Starsky and Hutch theme. Hang on a minute. Let's find it on the old Tube de la Year. Starsky Hutch theme. Here we go. I think everyone's going to be very, very disappointed. Here we go. He means that bit, doesn't he? He means no. It's more
wow.
No, it's not. It's not even that. If you listen, it's wheel.
It turns into a wow.
Awful, Jerry. Absolutely awful. You've wasted everybody's
Jerry.
time yet again. Sorry, Jerry. Good evening, Isla.
Hello, Kath. Hello, Ian. This one. We'll meet again. Don't know when.
Isla.
Yeah.
Put the phone. Put the phone down. Thank you very much indeed. 03444.
I mean.
Hang on. Is this another? Hang on. Is this a different Isla? Hello. Hello.
Oh.
It's another Isla. Hello. Who's this?
It's another withheld number.
Hello.
It's another withheld number.
It's a withheld number. I see. Oh, I see. All right. Let's get rid of those losers. I don't want to talk to these losers. I don't want to talk to any of these losers. God damn it, piece of trash. So, Amy, just to clarify, you're at 32:30. I will throw directly to Mr. Edward McGuinness, or as we know him, Eddie Large, and it goes straight into it. Is that what you're telling me?
Yep.
I like your style. I like to move it more. Let me just take this call straight to air. Let's go to line one. Line one, you're on the wireless.
Hello there. How are you, Ian?
You haven't got time for any of this stuff.
For any of what stuff?
This stuff.
Okay. Going to call up and say for the wire thing, as I could be correct, but then I could be wrong. I've only been listening for about half an hour now. So
okay. One of those. It's one of those options. You could be correct or you could be wrong.
Ian,
Absolutely.
no, there are three options.
I mean,
He could be completely wrong, he could be a bit wrong, or he could be not wrong at all.
Here we go.
I know that I'm right in my answer, but I don't know if anybody else has actually given you the obvious.
As I said at the start of this, we don't really have time for this. So let's just get straight into there. What have you got?
George Harrison, Wow Wow.
Oh, mate.
The second one we did.
Okay, sorry, I was obviously not listening at that point.
Go and give your bottom a severe spanking.
I'm going to. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so thank you very much indeed. Did you hear the pleasure in his voice? Disappointment, Catherine. Then I gave him a little project to do, and he perked up.
I like it when they're grateful.
Perked up massively. Oh, God, I'm in lockdown. There's a global pandemic, and I've failed on the What's that, sir? You want me to spank my bottom? Oh, I've got a mission. You've given me a reason to live.
You're welcome.
I think the rest of this week is War Poker. I just feel it taking on a life of its own. I thought this was going to be a throwaway 5-minute game. My God, it's what the world. This is as effective, and I'm going to say it, as the Queen's speech was on Sunday.
It certainly has touched a lot of souls.
I'm not going to make a joke about that because that would be. Excuse me.
Did you see the stuff on Twitter where people had taken the fact that she's wearing a green dress and run with it and superimposed a lot of their own designs?
I think every one of those people should be executed at the Tower for doing that, because that is deeply offensive and deeply upsetting, and she is a great woman. She's a greater woman than you'll ever be, Catherine. Greater woman than any woman will ever be.
Yes.
She is better than all of us. How dare people green screen? I've not seen any of them. I'm guessing like boobs on there.
No, nothing like that. No. Star Trek uniforms.
That's what I would do.
like Mario and Luigi, all that kind of stuff. It was all very respectful. It was all very tastefully done.
Justin Hayward, not of Nights in White Satin, is saying the Beach Boys' Wipeout is full of wahs. Wipe it out, wipe out, wipe it out, one by wipe it out, wipe out. One by wipe it out, wipe out, wipe out. One by wipe it out, wipe out. No, it's not.
It's more why, isn't it?
Not at all.
Than a wah.
Yeah. Someone has just 28 seconds ago. Mike Warren tweeted this. Imagine tweeting this at midnight.
It's as if you've not got work in the morning.
Diddy dum diddy do. It's outrageous. Do diddy diddy dum diddy do. Oh, someone. Have we got time? Well, we haven't got time, Colin. But someone thinks they may have found the earliest wah. Fats Domino's, the Fat Man, the second half of it from 1949. It may be the earliest wah. Colin, we haven't got time to check that out, I'm afraid, but this will. I promise you, this will. Oh, it was a new 5 Guys a Week tonight. This will carry on in tomorrow night's show, and we'll probably carry on. I tell you what, we'll play this for the entire time we're in lockdown. That's it. No other content from us.
Really?
It's that. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen, I know what my listeners want, and they want Wah Poker. Right. We have to move on because Eddie Large passed away at the weekend, and 78 years old. He had heart trouble, went into hospital, and he caught COVID-19 while he was in hospital. Really, really sad. His family weren't allowed, obviously, to go and see him. I think they spoke to him the night before, which must give them some comfort when you're kind of grasping for comfort. And we had Eddie on the show when everyone was dying in 2016. Me and Kath decided to get people on that meant a lot to us, and tell them that we loved them before they passed away. And Eddie was lovely, was really charming, very humble. And there's something we just clicked, and I kind of stayed in touch with him, which I don't normally do with guests. And I put forward the idea of doing an evening. He really, really didn't want to do it. He was nervous. He thought people wouldn't be interested. People would have forgotten him. We did it. It was a huge success, one of my proudest achievements. You're now going to hear about 20 minutes of me chatting in front of a large audience with Eddie Large. Let's just bring him on. A nice big round of applause for the star of the evening. It's Eddie Large. Come on in. There you go. Right. How you feeling?
Yeah, good.
Do you enjoy that?
Yeah, I've just been on my life support. Brilliant.
He had a blood transfusion backstage. The drugs and booze have gone. Now it's vitamin C. When was the last time you were on stage?
About half an hour
No,
ago.
not tonight.
Oh, sorry. What a funny question.
It's going to be like this, is it? We're playing by those rules. Okay. No, before tonight, you muppet. When was the last time you got up on stage and did a bit?
With Sid, you mean?
Well, with Sid. Well, when was the last time with Sid, and the last time you did it on your own?
Well, I used to do it a lot on my own before I met Patsy.
It's terrible.
With Sid, that's it was after the Hull Panto.
Right.
Because what happened, I don't know if I mentioned this in the first half, after the Hull Panto, before I was sent to Southmead and all that, Dr. Owen, did I say this about, he told me I had to give up the job?
Yeah, he said you had to give up, you didn't.
And did I say about phoning Sid? Didn't, did I? No. Well, that was, I forgot that. But what happened, we'd done the Panto and I was told about all my ailments, and I went to see the doctor, explain what had happened, and he said, you have to give the job up, you have to. And it's the most painful call I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
Phoning Sid, who I'd worked with for 40 years, knew him as a teenager, he was going on holiday with all my mates, and I had to say it was all over. So I would say Hull was the last time Panto. It probably wasn't, actually. I think it was Nottingham. Yeah, I think it was Nottingham. 2000 and something.
We've kind of got to finish at about 10 o'clock.
Okay.
So, I mean, I've just got to stop lights. Tomorrow's gone a bit noisy. There we go. That one's a bit better. And that must have been that must have been an incredibly tough phone call to make, to phone up and say, I can't do this anymore.
I was in tears.
Yeah.
He was in the car park of the Co-op. She's not there anymore. Honestly, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. Phoning my car. And, I mean, thank goodness, Sid got his act together. He was doing cruises and one-nighters, and he really, really did well because he's not frightened to work hard. And now he's running a restaurant in Fleetwood, and he's doing... He phoned me just before we came out tonight.
I was going to say, like, you still speak to him?
Oh, yeah, nearly every day.
Really?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So he said, I can't believe you reached this age. So that's what he said, you know, because it's my birthday today.
Oh, we should mention this, sorry, to enjoy. 76 years old today, ladies and gentlemen. 76 years old.
Yeah, he said to me, he said, how long do you want to live? Sid said to me. What? Oh, no. Happy birthday, dear Eddie. Happy birthday to you.
Let's give him the bumps. Who's going to help?
So anyway, back to our conversation with Sid tonight. He said, I never thought you'd got to this age. Yeah, I would get to this age. I don't know why he thought that. Anyway, he said, how long do you want to live? I said, I want to live long enough to see the end of the bloody roadworks at cab stand. Local joke.
I'm going. Well, are we allowed? I've got two things that come to mind. You say it's your birthday today. You also revealed a bit of news to me backstage.
Yes,
is that private or is that?
I've just. My sister's granddaughter went into labour tonight, and she's giving birth to a young little baby girl.
Isn't that amazing?
So same birthday as me.
The circle of life. So it's a big day.
Absolutely.
When are you and Sid going to get back together?
I don't know, really. Oh, he's coming down here in the summer.
Is he?
Yeah. He's coming to stay with us for a few days. Which will be a bit off because we don't speak and we don't get on. And
I heard you guys hate each other.
This kid he puts on Facebook the other day. Well-known double act who don't get on. Little and large. I went, we do get on. No, you don't. He said, yes, we do. And he brings this out. This is the thing about showbiz and the British press. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. Hello, I'm a reporter from the What's It. Do you still see Sid? I haven't seen him for ages. He lives in Blackpool and I live in Portishead. Press. I asked Eddie, does he still talk to Sid? He said he hasn't talked to him for years because he lives in Fleetwood and I live in... So it went from seeing him to talking. That goes in the print. That keeps coming back.
True then. It becomes true. Once it's in the paper, it becomes true. Yeah.
I had a TIA. Oh, Carol, could you explain what that means?
Carol?
I had a mini stroke in Newcastle, and I thought I had the flu. This is the press again. So I phoned the theatre, and I said, can you get the doctor to come? I said, I'm sure I'm getting the flu, and I want to try and nip it in the bud. So we got to the theatre, and he wasn't there, the doctor. In the interval of this is a pantomime, ambulance turns up, thump, seat, strap, what are you doing? Got the second half to do. No, come on, doctor's phone, boom. To Freeman's Hospital, which is the heart hospital in Newcastle. I get in and blah, blah, blah. The doctor said to me, what do you think's wrong? I said, I've got flu symptoms. He said, well, that's what I think's wrong. What are you doing here? I said, I don't know. I said, they just brought me here. So the nurse comes in, said, oh, doctor, the press are outside. People have seen him getting in the ambulance and he's come here. What do I tell them? He said, well, he's got flu symptoms. Well, they're not going to have that, are they? So in the Sun, I had a massive stroke. In the Daily Mirror, I had a massive heart attack. And in the Daily Star, I had a brain hemorrhage. 6:30 in the morning, the bloody phone rings. It's my sister. Hello? Edward? She called me Edward? My cleaner, she had a pub then. My cleaner's just come in, she's got the Daily What's It, and said, nah. But then the trouble with it stays in your cuttings, what they call a cutting. So they're doing an article with you 5 years later about you, and instead of talking to you, they cut through the cuttings. After his massive brain hemorrhage, his fatal heart attack, and his massive stroke, he has made a remarkable recovery, you know. So that's the...
I've got some clips lined up. And there's some really funny stuff and there's some really silly stuff. The first one I think is really special. And again, I know we've got some younger... Is that how old? They've got a young man up there. What's your name, son? Mike? Murray. And how old are you, Murray?
54.
54. Go on, Murray. 10 years old. Is Murray I think Murray's the youngest person here.
Oh, Murray, I'm sorry about the swearing in the first half.
It's filthy, wasn't it?
I'm sure you don't hear words like that.
Not from... Well, Murray, listen, we're gonna play a clip from a show that you won't remember, but was huge. But tell me, the Singing in the Rain show you did.
Oh, the lead up, yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
Where are you going to play it?
We're going to play it on this big screen next to you.
Oh, so I'll be able to see it?
Yeah.
It's like the bloody telly in our bedroom, this.
What? You're just watching Eddie Large pictures on there? It's a bit...
She's laughing, Pat. She bloody hates it. No, what happened... We were in Blackpool working with Joe Longthorne. Joe was doing all the second half of the show at the Opera House in Blackpool. And we ended the first half with Singing in the Rain. We got drenched. I think that was part of the blooming heart problem, actually. So we were getting drenched twice nightly. Anyway, we'd done 8 concerts in Llandudno. So I hadn't been home for 9 weeks. So we're finishing... We didn't do a finale. Joe went on and he did the second half. So as soon as we'd finished first half, boom, in the car... So I'm there and I'm thinking, I can't wait to go home. I've not been home for 9 weeks. I'm trying to phone Patsy. There was no mobile phones then. She's gone home with her mum and dad and Ryan. And I can't contact them at all. So I've got a panic there, worrying in case whatever's happened. So we do Singing in the Rain, Singing in the Rain, and we get drenched and we're like that. And I'm thinking, curtain. Drop the bloody curtain. I want to go home. Please drop the curtain. Anyway, they didn't, and
let's have a look.
This is the reason why.
I've got to remember which button to press. I always get this wrong. There we go.
This was why.
Blackpool, where people come to see the lights and to enjoy good old family entertainment. And the couple I'm after tonight fit that bill exactly. They're appearing here at the Winter Garden with Joe Longthorne, and they finish their act with a wet and windy number, hence the gents' natty wellies. Thank you, Catherine White. Yes, thank you. I'm sorry to rain on your parade, but I have waded a long way to come and say tonight, little and large, this is your life.
Oh, Michael. Sid. Nice to see you. 30 years we've been waiting. I don't know what to say.
Well, now, a few years ago, Sid, you made an urgent phone call when Eddie was taken ill. The call was to a pal you may recognise from a little number he sings in duet with Eddie on the golf course.
There's a girl called Jean McKee. She lives 4 doors from me.
No, this can't be happening.
You should have said 39 and 43.
Yes, he wishes to be known as Andrew Lloyd Carson. I am bound.
Don't do more than half an hour.
No. I am bound to ask if Eddie's illness had anything to do with your singing.
What we used to play golf, but the most important thing was, one night we were running a birthday party on the Friday. Eddie was going to be 38-year-old, but on the Wednesday night,
35.
sitting all drama said, Frank, Eddie's lying ill, you better see him here. So we got the doctor. Eddie had, the doctor said, indigestion. It turned out it was acute peritonitis. Wasn't a lot of difference, except that you can die in 2 minutes with peritonitis. So we got the doctor down, and we had the party arranged for the Friday, and we had a birthday cake made. And I put an ad in the paper, which he still has, birthday cake for sale, suit man called Eddie, age 38. And it went all around the show, and there was a knock at my door in Blackpool. There was a fellow down, he said, the birthday cake, can I buy it? I said, what's your name? He said, Eddie, but I'm 42. I sold the cake. I made a profit of £8. Frank Harson, news at 10. So
There we go. That's great, isn't it? That is great. I've always wondered with This Is Your Life, do you know?
No.
Really?
Well, what's the point?
Well, I always wondered, so you had no idea?
No idea. The day Kevin Keegan was on that clip, on that show, sorry, and I phoned him in the morning to talk about something. Patsy's on her knees polishing my shoes.
Wonder where that was going. Okay.
I know. Please, Murray's in the audience. And she's cleaning my shoes, and she's saying, don't forget it's our mum's birthday on Sunday, so make sure you've got a suit to wear. And I'm thinking, what's going on? But no suspicion at all. Yeah. None whatsoever. It was a complete... You can see me on that clip, and I turn to Sid and I say, is it Joe? Thinking it was Joe Longthorne. Yeah. That's how befuddled we were. Yeah. So, no, you don't know.
Any more questions? Hands up, Dredge. You've got to be quicker than that, John. Come on. Time is money. Time is money. Get in the middle, Dredge. His work experience.
Hi. In all your career, who would you say was the best people that you worked with? Like, comedians like yourself.
Has to be comedians.
Yeah, like who was the best people that you worked with?
The best people that you've worked with.
The best
present
comedian
company excluded.
The best comedian I ever worked with, and the nicest person, was a bloke called Norman Collier. Norman was funnier off than what he was on. He was a joy. He really was, Norman. Yeah.
The simplicity of that microphone. Jeez, Norman's here. he's here. But the simplicity of that act, it's just delicious, and it was never not funny, was it?
He came to our wedding, and it was like a sitcom.
Really,
I just can't tell you how funny he was. Nice people. You want me to tell you about?
Yeah, go on.
I think so.
Yeah.
Apart from Sid Little, who really is a nice person. Yeah. Cliff Richard. Really. We did 6 weeks with him at the Palladium, and typical London press, we got slaughtered. The worst supporting act, and for real, Freddie Barrett Davis was on that Palladium, and all that, and it really hurt because we were just making our way, and to do the Palladium for 6 weeks for us was it was incredible. And he waited for us, Cliff, for us to come in, and he went, "Hi, I'm Cliff Richard." And he said, "Don't worry about the reviews. It's the London press. They don't like me. Blah 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 blah. You're doing a great job." And it was so nice. It just made us feel great. Yeah. It really is.
Oh, fantastic!
Top.
Good for him. Have we got any more questions? Put your hands up. There's right at the back, Dredge. So you're going to have to go quickly. Go back, Dredge, back. His work experience. In fact, he's paying us to be here tonight.
Hi, Eddie. Firstly, thank you very much. You're fantastic. I've got 2 questions.
Do I know you?
That's allowed. No. Yeah, you've got to pay me after the show.
I thought we had something going there. Sorry.
2 questions. Who wrote most of your material, and when are you going to write a book about all of your anecdotes?
When is he going to get that mic fixed?
Two questions in case you didn't hear that. Who were the writers? Who were the main writers? And when are you going to write? I know you've written a book. When are you going to write another book?
Yeah, Tully should have brought the book. No, the book was written about, 5 or 6 years ago. So that answers the other question.
It's on Amazon, available now, and it's a cracking read.
As regards writing, we had a lot of contributors to the show. So we would have a guy with us all the time who would look over these scripts and, take this bit out, put a little bit in. So we didn't have, like Eric and Ernie had, what's he called again? Eddie Braben. They had Eddie to do their stuff. We didn't have anything like that. We just used to do, and we'd do bits of our act if we couldn't think of anything. So we didn't have any definitive writer.
And was it people just sending stuff in?
Yeah, in the main.
Yeah. And you sift through it and pick the bits that you like.
Absolutely.
Dredge, there was a hand right up at the back, but you're near the back, so I'd like you to come to the front, if that's all right, to this hand here, Dredge. That's it. There we go. Poor fella.
Him again.
Oh, God, it's him again. I didn't see.
Not a question, more a comment. I know Eddie said that he doesn't miss TV, but I have to say TV misses Eddie and Sid.
Did I see a hand right at the back? Yes, there's a hand right at the back. No, John, it's too close. You have to go right to the back, I'm afraid. With time is money. Merciless. That's what you've got to do to get ahead in show business.
Hi, Eddie. Meet you, man. Have you ever seen a ghost?
Have you ever seen a ghost?
Sorry? It sounds like a bloody Jethro joke, this, doesn't it? Have you ever seen a ghost? Penbertha said, yes, I have. Have you ever made love to a ghost? Yes, I have. Bloody hell. Oh, I thought you said goat. Jethro joke. That's a brilliant question.
It's a great question.
Could if I say I have, and you go, they all go, silly old bugger. You should be in the home. No, I've never seen a ghost. We stayed in a place in Torquay once above a chemist shop. Me and Sid, we were appearing down there, and I felt a very freezing cold draft that night, and we just happened to mention it to the people that ran the shop underneath, and they said, oh yeah, we had a previous person who murdered his wife in there. So I don't know if they'd come back to make sure he'd done the job or not, I don't know. But that's about... I believe in it all, though. I do. I went to Doris Stokes.
Did you really?
Yeah, when my mum and dad died, I felt so guilty because you're on the road all the time, and I had this guilt complex about not seeing my mum and dad. So Russell Grant actually got me in touch with Doris Stokes. For those people that don't know Doris Stokes, she was a medium. I'm an extra large, and she contacted the voices and all that. Now, whilst I say I'm a believer, I'm also the most cynical person you will ever meet in your life. So we went to see Doris. She lived in Leytonstone, I think, round there. Little modest house. Who has like that Derek... What's he called? Derek Kokora. He has this mansion in Southport. Doris wasn't like that. She had this tiny little semi-detached. So go and see her. And I'm very, very cynical. And she had the little cake stand, the little doilies, and it was like that, and pot of tea, and her husband get out of the house, go and take the dog for a walk. It was so simplistic, you couldn't believe it. So she goes, now then, oh, your mother was glad she went before she went under the knife. And now my mother had gangrene in the leg, and there was talk about her having to have a leg off. And no one knew that. And I'm thinking, bloody hell, if that's a guess, Doris, that's a fantastic guess. Then she started, where's Pat? What else did she say? About what?
The baby.
The baby that you lost. The baby. She knew all about that. She described our house. We lived in Cadbury Camp Lane then. Near John and G. Eh? Why don't you come on and tell them?
Come on. Go, sit down there.
Shall I sit on his lap?
No.
No, it was just that she said she saw your mum.
My mum, yeah.
And she was with the little girl that we lost.
Yeah.
And she was looking after her.
That's
and
right.
nobody knew about it.
No one knew. And she described
that
that
was a very
house.
sad day.
What that did to me, it was like a confessional, if you like. It made me happy that I'd sort of, I don't know if she, there was one other thing she said. She started laughing and she went, "Oh, it's your father." My father was a Glaswegian, very, 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 very opinionated. He really was. And she started laughing. She said, "No, I can't say that." And I said, "Well, I know what my dad was like, you know. What did he say?" "Oh," she said, "he said you're a lazy bugger." Just like that other lazy bugger you work with, Sid. And I thought, well, normally you hear mediums and spiritualists and they go, "Oh, your mother says you look wonderful." So I know people are cynical, and I am, but it was the comfort I got out of that was just incredible. So I haven't seen a ghost.
Listen, we kind of overrun quite a bit. I'm sorry we couldn't get to all the questions. I booked this date. I came up with a date. We've been talking for this for months and months and months. And I said, "Ed, June the 25th. Should we book it in for that night?" He went, "Well, yeah, it's my birthday, but we could." It was his birthday. It was a pure coincidence that this date came up and this date was free. But Eddie is 76 years old today. And I know we did it before, but let's do a full...
After three.
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Eddie. Happy birthday to you. Features for Eddie Lawrence. Hip hip! Hip hip!
Talk Radio.